And we are live. Hello and welcome everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and see me all right. I didn't check the audio levels, but I think they're set from last time, so they should be good. Also, apologies in advance if I seem more distracted than normal. They're still building the house across the street and the house beside us, so they've got a full landscaping crew that was digging up or trenching for the irrigation, and then next door there's just power tools going off. So you guys probably can't hear it with the filter that's built in, but I certainly can, and boy is it distracting. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on here. Let's see, who's all here? We got Brick Bros, Red 5, how's it going? Benny's here, Ditto's here, Simon's here, RS Makes, did I say Sky? I don't think I said Sky. Craftsman's in the house, Aaron's here. Pretty sure I said RS, I can't even, I've been reading chats, I can't remember which one I just said. Dark Third, Chicaro, Delmar, how's it going? Simon. Yes, it's been quite the week, quite the day. A few things I did update. So I updated member badge for 24 months. So I don't know that anyone's at 24 months because I don't think we've had memberships for 24 months, but YouTube, I thought I set it for every single month, but it looks like they basically go for the first, I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 24, and then it goes a year after that. But I did update the badges, so we have 24 months. I also spent quite a bit of time, and I'm not gonna play them all right now, but I got some pretty awesome sound effects. Tell me if you can hear that. Hopefully you can hear that. I didn't change any other settings, but let me know if you can hear that. Nice, and Delmar, thank you for 21 and 22 months. Yeah, you guys are almost right there. Hey, Iconic. I printed out the plate for the stealth press last night, and I initially was like, this is a big ABS piece. I did it in a glass-filled ABS, and because it was a new printer I was testing out, I went with a brim, and the brim did not play very nicely with the thin line, so it's almost done reprinting again without a brim. It's looking great, so we should be ready to rock and roll. 2 weeks from today, we are going to be building the stealth press on stream, which will be a lot of fun. Okay, you heard it? Okay, sweet. I don't want it to be super loud. My goal isn't to scare anybody. Yeah, so we got that. We got also, for squirrel moments, I got a couple more, but I'm not going to show them right now, but I've been saying that we needed some more sound effects. So I spent some time and really thought, what fits into these streams? And I'm like, squirrel sounds and punching things, Hadouken, and I got, again, a few more, but we'll see those. We'll see those when they're ready. The sound effect sounds like Pikachu. Yeah, it's supposed to be squirrels talking, or chipmunks or squirrels, something along those lines. A small rodent. Let's see. RS, thank you for 18 months, not at 24 months yet. So yeah, I think maybe Delmar might be 22 months might be the longest that it exists. So anyways, we've got 4 hours today, and the goal is to wrap up the SIBOOR. Also, hello SIBOOR, thank you for joining us. SIBOOR Enderwire build. We won't be doing any panel stuff today. The plan is to revisit that in about 3 to 4 weeks time when I've got when I've had some time to play around with this before we enclose it and things get a little bit more difficult to access. The only things I've done since last week are, I did attach the bed. So bed was on, but there was the magnet was not on. So I did that. I also used a punch to punch holes for the screws, and I made a stencil and everything, and my measurements were slightly off. So the screws are like, let me see if you can see it. Let me tilt this up really quick. They're slightly off, which is a bit of a bummer, considering that I spent the time to, can you guys even see it? They're not terribly off. Like, I mean, they're definitely off. So you can see it's not centered, but it should still make it where if I ever need to remove the bed, it's at least possible without having to hack into the bed. Ideally, I should have probably done that before I attached the bed itself, but it'll be fine with the way this is. Morning, Phil. So yeah, I put the bed on, and I think that's it. I don't think I've really done anything else since we picked up, pick right up where we left off last time. I did want to run through really quickly the electronics, because for anyone building this that is using what the kit came with for this, I want to at least sort of explain that. So here's a diagram of sort of the electronics layout. If you have a stock Ender 3 Pro or Ender 3 V2, they have you using the default Creality board along with a Raspberry Pi, the power supply that's included with your Ender. You've got a 24 volt to 5 volt buck converter, which basically just takes 24 volts from your PSU and then outputs 5 volts, which is then used to power that Raspberry Pi. Then you've also got a small board called the Clipper Expansion, and that just gives you the additional ports you need. I think it's mostly fans is really what's, I think that's really what's the limiting factor over the stock board. So this is what the Clipper Expander looks like. I'm gonna hold on to this because this is kind of cool, and I very well might find another project that I can end up using this for. But yeah, it gives you quite a few different inputs, like some fans, and I think someone said a few thermistors as well. It looks like, so yeah, but that's what you'd be using if you were using. I just got one of those from Xiaomi. Oh, what are you using? What are you using yours for, Delmar? So yeah, and then I did find, this is the closest thing I found to a stock Ender 3 board, and this is just a SKR Mini E3 V2. So why is someone's calling me? Let me make sure it's not, someone from Boise is calling me. I'm not gonna answer, go to voicemail. Last time I answered yesterday thinking it was something related to the fence that I had ordered, and it was this guy that's been trying to sell me web services for like 2 years. I've asked him to take me off his list. I blocked his number, but it was calling from the same state I ordered the vinyl fencing from. So I was like, oh, it's the fence guy. Nope. Anyways, so I believe that if you use an SKR mini board, I'm not sure if you might have enough inputs on here, but if you don't, again, you can pair it with this. But what we're using, because this printer was not a stock Ender 3 V2, it was already upgraded, is this guy. So this is a Big Tree Tack E3 EZ board. So it has the same mounting points as the Ender 3, but it uses a CB1 or CM4. I'm going to be actually pulling the CB1 off of here and replacing it with a CM4. So we'll be doing that, and then this acts as your Raspberry Pi, or not, I guess we won't call it that, but in place of your Raspberry Pi, it has both your Clipper host and your MCU for all of your hookups. So this gets rid of the need for a separate Raspberry Pi, because again, it's SoC, so it's on the board itself. And it also gets rid of the need for the 5 volt buck converter because it's being powered off of the same 24 volts. So this is what we'll be using, which, should hopefully be a little cleaner. But I would be using what the kit intended had I had that. I just don't, and so we might as well use, again, what's already pre-installed on here. More fans on my enclosed, oh sweet, Sidewinder X1, the SKR2 only had the 3 fan ports. Okay, so yeah, you probably, I'm trying to think if you would, no, it might be enough than the SKR, because you've got 1 fan, 2 fan, and then the fan on the back, so you might be good with the SKR board for this particular build. Still limited to 3 PWM fans on that board. If you need more fans, the expander will help. Yeah. What's my favorite printer? I don't know that I could answer that. I would say the printers that I currently use the most are probably the P1S, the 2.4. Man, P1S 2.4. I throw quite a bit of stuff at the V-Minion. Those might be the 3 that get the most sort of action right now. Yeah, those are but yeah, it's a tough question. I don't really have a favorite. I like kind of different printers for different reasons. Okay, so let's start off by just pulling. We're gonna remove these 2 screws. So I don't have a heatsink for the CM4. I don't think I can use this heatsink for the CM4. I don't think it actually needs it, while the CB1 does need it. So let's go ahead and remove the 2 screws holding this heatsink in place. We'll pop the CB1 board off, which is Big Tree Tack's board. We'll put the CM4 on. Hey James, welcome. Good evening. Let's do that. I have Nevermore to help chamber temps and circulation. Oh, nice. Where do you have the Nevermore mounted on that printer? Do you have if you got a photo, post a photo somewhere. I'd like to see that. Is there a reason you're swapping out the CB1 with the CM4? Yeah, most of the CB1s that I have are like original batch. I think they sent me 3 really, really early on. And the wireless is just spotty on them. So that's the main reasoning why. because I've got right now, I have a decent router. It's, I can actually show you guys because it's on the ground. It's on the ground in here. Let's show you because there's no furniture to put things on. So this is what I'm rocking. This is my clean internet setup. So I've got a Motorola modem that does, I think it's only 900 down. I think it's 900 both ways possibly is like the max I can do. And then I've got, it's a, I think Amplify is, yeah, so Amplify by the same company that makes the, oh gosh, the mesh routers that everyone uses. That's more of a, like, they're more of a, I mean, people have them for residential, but they're definitely for business. Udemy, is that what they're called, I think? But yeah, I got this guy, and it works well. I don't have, it can do mesh, like, you can get the mesh adapters. I don't have any right now. But I've noticed that depending on where I am in the house, the CB ones either work really well or they don't work really well. Ubiquity is the one I'm thinking of. Also, this showed up, so we do have a second workbench up here. So once the IKEA furniture shows up back here, we'll have two sets. We'll have this one I'm at right now, and then we'll have this one over here, which is pretty sweet. So little by little, the enclosure's jank. Yeah, Ubiquity. What happened was, I think I was using the ISP's hardware at our, like, 2 places ago, and it crapped out on me. And so I had to do research on networking stuff off of really spotty cellular connection. And so I know that a lot of people swear by the, again, Ubiquity, or yeah, I think that's how you say it, the Ubiquity stuff, but it seemed much more complicated than I really wanted to get into. And with the Amplify stuff, it's sort of their, like, I'm gonna call it beginner-friendly home user setup, and the app is awesome. Like, it lets you quickly create alternative guest networks and quickly check things, boot things. Like, it's nice. I've been a pretty big fan of it, so I've been happy with it. But yeah, so anyways, that was a long discussion. The reason why I'm getting the CB1, getting rid of it, is it's the ones I've got are earlier versions, and the wireless on them just is not great. So now that I have an actual Raspberry Pi to replace it with, that's what I'm gonna be doing. I am curious to see what the CB2 is like whenever that ends up coming out. This is gonna be, I almost think I need a small flathead to kind of pop this off. I'm curious to see when the CB2 ends up coming out, because I think that's supposed to be a lot more like a Pi 3, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, Lisa. Are you gonna do a proper Ubiquity install for the house? It makes a massive difference over Amplify. I don't know. I know quite a few of my coworkers run that, and with how many things I've got going on right now, I don't know how much I want to dive into all that networking stuff. Maybe eventually. For now, since I've got this and it works well, I just don't know if that's what I want to do. Okay, so the CB1, let's actually take a quick look at it. The CB1 is designed in the same exact footprint as the compute module. Oh, this got all jacked up. Little thermal pad got torn up pretty bad. CB2, oh, it should be close to a Pi 4. Okay, so Pi 4 is what it's close to. So yeah, whenever that comes out, I'll definitely give it another go. Currently I'm running the Manta M8P on the Merc build, and the internet on that, also the wireless, has been pretty spotty as well. So yeah, it's got the exact same footprint as far as length, width, and thickness is near spot on as well. But the connections are the same. So we should be able to just pop this onto the board, and we'll have to reflash it. We flash it slightly differently, since I think we're using Raspberry Pi Imager, flashing that over to micro SD card, popping it in, and then it will basically extract the OS the first time we run it. So we'll see. I've only used CB1s with these boards. All right, so it should be perfectly aligned, and yep, it snapped on. Interesting. It looks like the CB1 has a antenna connection It looks like it has an antenna connection. I wonder if it's needed. Is anyone running these? And no, because I mean with a Raspberry Pi, it typically doesn't need it. So for now, I'll rock it without it. I guess if I have to, I'll add an antenna. But I was hoping that the wireless would be adequate enough to not require that. And then I already printed out this. This was something I found. You change the hot end or just go. I'm going with the hot end for now. If it becomes problematic, I've got a few different options we can choose from, but for right now, I'm just using the stock hot end with the clone CHT nozzle on there. You should use the antenna. I don't think the CB1, or no, sorry, I don't think the CM4s actually came with an antenna, so we'll use it, and then again, if it ends up being an issue, I'll pop on the antenna and we can find a place for it down below. But yeah, this was just a mounting bracket I found over on Printables. CM4 doesn't need it. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Again, if I'm noticing spotty connection or it's cutting in and out, then I'll absolutely try the antenna. But for right now, since it doesn't ship with it, we'll just use it as is. But yeah, this was just a mount I found over on Printables. If anyone ends up wanting to use this, I can post a link for that. So let's go ahead and flip. Let's go ahead and flip this over. So we'll probably just put it on its side like this. We're gonna be spending a lot of time with this printer on its side today. Let me clear out some space as well. CB1 should have antenna connected. I run M8P and CB1 combo on Trident. Yeah, I do have, I know in the past I've always ran the antenna on the CB1. It looks like, yes, on the Mercury build I have over here, I'm also running it, the CB1 still, and it does have the antenna. This one didn't have it plugged in, but I think that's just because I probably took it off when I removed the, chip, or when I removed the board from the printer. Hey, PF. Hey, Donato. Okay, so let's start by attaching this board. I think it's going to go right around here. Yeah, that should work out well. I try to get as close as I can to this side, so that way there's at least a little bit of fan blowing over the board, but this is definitely a bigger board than the stock Ender 3 board on here. So let's grab some M5 bolts. My bad, not integrated onto the PCB, but better reception. Gotcha, out of the box. CB1 sucks so hard there is now a recommended mod for pad 5 and pad 7 to drill hole in the side and add an antenna off a Wi-Fi router. Interesting. Yeah, the biggest complaint I have with the CB1 by far has been the network connectivity has been meh. Not very good. Again, some of them work pretty dang well. I need to probably go through and figure out which ones those are, because the earliest batch had issues, and I think they fixed some of it with a firmware update, but some of it they came out and said was hardware related. Okay, so this is going. This is not going to be able to go on the bottom, so it's going on the outer lip here. Let's go like this. I'd planned on having, I got some funny news. I'd planned on having a Trident video out not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Not funny, I won't go with funny, but kind of funny, because I know that that's what you need to watch out for. And I've even told other people, hey, be careful when you're putting it back together. I think Alien was the one that originally was like, hey, watch out for that. So I always think about it every single time. And I'm pretty sure I checked it and it looked like it was aligned perfectly, but it wasn't. So now I'm figuring things out. I'm planning on throwing, the Kraken's already in there, but I'm trying to figure out, because of what I've heard about the minimum current output, I think I have to convert the printer to CAN bus. So the Trident video is getting pushed back a bit, I guess, is long story short what's happening. Hey, Luke. Do you have any big plans for the new stream room setup? A lot of the same. I mentioned sort of this before, but the background is going to be near identical. So there's going to be like those pegboards that we had in the previous place, but now it seems like we'll probably do 2 on top, 2 on bottom, so 4 of them. Then there's 5 Alex drawers from IKEA coming that will be lined up here. That the game plan is to do gridfinity in all of them, so that way I've got really nice organization. Then there's a butcher block going on top, so there'll be a couple of printers here. LED sign will be right here, so similar to before. And then this side, I went with the same kind of workbench. So behind this set, it's going to be 3 Billy IKEA bookcases that will hold pretty much all the filament that I think I have in those 3 racks. I might add LEDs inside of the bookcase to sort of illuminate the filament, maybe. I'm trying to think about how I can do that clean, and it's tricky. But aside from that, figuring out maybe something with the cameras. We talked a little bit about some sort of ceiling mounted system for me being able to slide the overhead camera from this station over to that station. And then I'd like to print out almost a full-size Modbot robot, the mascot, and illuminate, like have LEDs inside the eyes. So he's like he'd be standing over here. I just don't know that I'll have actually the space to do something like that, but it's gonna be sort of similar. I really liked this sort of workshop. I don't know if I'd say minimalistic, but sort of like workshop-y look that I had at the previous place. So that's sort of what I'm going for here, is just for replicating that, but making it a little bit bigger since we have a bit more space. So, CB1 is a bit underpowered, needs to be cooled, otherwise weirdly antenna is a bit mess. So I have more than one complaint. Cons are smaller, less crap in electronics bay and price. Oh, I think Pro's right, smaller and less crap in electronics bay. This build motivates me to work on my Delta 30 printer I'm designing everything, and I'll buy the parts on Ali. Nice. I've done that, kill LEDs. Oh, that makes me feel a little bit better that it's like more common. I wish there was a better way to ensure that it's aligned, because when you're putting the stealth burner front plate onto the back plate, you have that 2-part PCB. You're kind of looking from the side, right? And as long as you almost can't, like when the male pin headers go into the socket, you can see it going, and then right when it would actually make that contact, you can't really see anymore because the cover is in its place. So you have like a tiny gap where things could slightly shift, but I've taken it on and off quite a few times without issues, and normally as long as the plastic looks like it's aligned perfectly or good. In this situation, to me, it looked like it was aligned fine. But when I turned on the power for the Trident, and I saw a tiny bit of smoke come out of the bottom, and I'm like, oh no, what the heck was that? And yeah, the spider board just seems like it's dead. It's dead, so it's a bummer. Killed a few. Ooh, there's a pile of smoked boards in my office. Oh no. I've been pretty lucky. I really have. The main boards that I've killed, I'm trying to think, what boards have I killed aside from, well, now again, we're starting to, I guess our tally is increased one. We'll add 1 to the board. But the main other one, and it kind of sucks to get, you guys can't see what I'm doing. The main one I killed was the SKR from the switch wire. That was when we moved. If anyone remembers, I said while we were moving, the moving box fell, which caused, maybe I'm not using the right size. No, this has to be the right size driver. The moving box fell, and that caused the tool head to slam to the other side, which created a backwards current into the driver. So it's the driver that died, and because the drivers are welded to the board, or on board, I guess not welded, then that was all she wrote. But I think that's the main, probably not tightening. There we go. I think that's the main thing that I've killed. Up until now. Now I've got the spider board on there. Unless someone else remembers. Is there anything else I've killed? I feel like there's been a few times where we thought I was going to kill something, and somehow everything worked out. So the only issue I'm seeing right now Can you guys see this? Kind of, yeah. So the wires all come in through right here, which just so happens to be where the micro SD card is. And on this board, I'm almost positive this is the slot that it sticks out a bit further than I'd like. And so I don't know that I want the wires going, manual focus. I don't know that I want the wires pulling or rubbing on the micro SD card because I feel like it's a pretty fragile, fragile little card. So what I'll probably do is I'll slide this, let me loosen this a hair. Let's slide this up a hair bit more to give us a little bit more clearance. There we go. I think I'm happier with that. I'm not entirely sure also, as far as cable management goes down here, I don't think the kit came with raceways. It might have, and if they got moved, I don't know. But so I'm not sure if the wires are all supposed to just kind of be loose down here. But for now, we'll just get things plugged in, and then, you know, cable management is something that I'll sort of figure out, I guess, later on what we want to do with that. Okay. So that is in. The next thing we need to do is attach the power supply, which is going to be going right here or over on this side. You killed the PSU mount. I did do. Print one of the zip tie mounts from the Trident repo. Oh, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yep, the ones that just go in here, then you twist sideways and they've got a bit of a loop. Similar to like the Steve's VHB ones that he has. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I'll probably end up doing that. Horizontal surfaces breed clutter. I agree. Afternoon, first time watching. Hey, Richard, thanks for joining us. Should have had a blocker pin like USB cables on a PC, so it's definitely... Oh, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, a blocker pin is a great idea, Nappin. Most of those kill the LDO breakout board before the Octopus. I was pretty surprised that it killed the spider board. I thought initially too that if I had damaged something, it would have been the toolhead board, which, you know, still was unfortunate, but wouldn't have been as big of a deal. But nope, we went hardcore and just killed the whole thing. Okay, we are using this stock board. I don't know if I printed out a cover for the terminals. Did I? I don't think I did. I will have to do that after. Let's see. So here's one of the mounts. We've got two more, it looks like. How's everybody's week going? We've got, what, 48 hours, less than 48 hours of... We've got roughly, what, 36 hours? Well, it depends on where you are, I suppose, of February left. All right, so there's a total of 3, and we need M420s for these guys. Let's see. M430s. Are they really M4 or the M3? They look like M4. Oh, there we go. Okay. Use the twisting clips. Okay, sweet. Yeah, I'll print out some of those. Just a thought on the... Oh man, I'm missing. Let me catch up on this. You can twisting. You should do the Ender 3 to Ender 3 NG. That's on the list, Nazi. I'm waiting for it to come out of beta. Put the bottom panel on and consider the cable damage. Yeah, I think I need to pop open the switch wire build. I'm curious as to what I did on that, because that's it's going to be a similar setup. I'm wondering if I sort of did something along those lines. I'm like, well, it's covered and everything's in place. I'd like to do at least some level of cable management. Since this is the printer, though, that we're planning on running the ERCF V2 on eventually, I don't know how exact I want, because I'm going to have to probably run some more wires. Why are we not? You started on the ERC FPT, right, Luke? How's it going so far? Okay. All right, so this goes like this. Nope. Put the bumper on. Just a thought on the Modbot statue. If space is a concern, could you make him wall mounted and have him look like he's bursting through the wall? So that's a super cool idea. I really like that idea. Dark Third. I probably need somebody. Well, I can play around with like crack. That sounded weird. I can play around with crack designs for the background of it to see if I can make it look good. I'd probably need someone to slightly remodel the character to make it look like he's in more of a bursting through position. The only thing I don't know, it could potentially go in the center, because since the you guys can't see, since the Alex drawers are going here, and then there's going to be 4 pegboards, and then the bookcases over here that are holding all the filament will take up most of the wall. There's going to be a gap at the end of the pegboards to wherever the first bookcase starts, and it could possibly go there on the wall. It's like the only real like open real estate on this side of the wall, but that's not a bad idea, and that would probably look really cool. I just have to figure out how to get the design and how I'd want to execute it. Use it twisting clips by Enderwire. I've seen port dust covers recently on printables. Port dust covers, nice. PSU's M4 because quality be like that. They're actually Meanwell. This is a Meanwell power supply, so must be a Meanwell thing. Good week for the wifey is back home from 3 days business trips. I cannot wait to finish my workshop. I meant to say something nice, but I did see the photo that you posted. It looks like it's really coming along. Also, I did look at Delmar. Delmar earlier was talking about 3DO. Oh, gosh, why are we fighting me on this? 3DO released some carbon fiber, the ASAs or ABSs? I can't remember right now, but either ABSs or ASAs, and they're in color, and they're pretty freaking cool. So if you are in the Discord, he posted a few like the test prints, so you can sort of see how they look, and they look really good. Let's actually, so before I tighten these, I'm gonna lay this down so that way they're flush and not at an angle. Since they're only held in with one screw and they pivot, let's loosen both. There we go. So now they're flush against the hard surface. And we can tighten these, flip around to the other side, and we've got our final piece, which is going, looks like right here. And this one's just using a button head M4x6. Tinted, okay, tinted AS, it's an ASA carbon fiber. Aaron's doing his Trident rebuild with the purple, awesome. You have a cool Modbot clock you can put on the wall. I might, if I'm gonna put it up on, it's probably gonna be on this wall over here, so I can actually keep track of the time. I do have the clock though. It's in the closet right here. I need to put Jack's up actually. Yeah, now that he's got his room. Delilah, can you stop looking at yourself, please? Thank you. She says, no, this is my time. Okay. There we go. Before I tighten this, I'll do the same thing. Drop it down, loosen it a hair. Oh, I guess it's gonna have some wiggle, so let's hold it like this. There we go. We got the gearbox completed and working on the carts now. Nice, that's awesome. You're a speed demon, or Speedy Gonzalez with your builds, man. All right, so for this, it looks like we're just using M5. Oh, so this just slots. Let's see, so this is slotting. So it looks like this just slots into here maybe. Nope, gotta be the bottom. There we go. And then these are gonna go, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I just picked up my first roll base, a Sparkle Fanta Purple. I haven't used it yet, but it looks sweet. Oh, it's Sparta Filament. I've never printed with Sparta Filament, but it's definitely something I've seen recommended a lot, and they make some gorgeous colors. Okay, M510, so we need more. Where? Hopefully these will work. I think these are the shortest. M510, yeah, M510s are the shortest bolts we've got in here, so hopefully those will work. And then I should have a couple of these roll-ins left. Let's get a little more energy. There we go. Okay, dropping these in. Oh, these do not stay very well. Wow, I don't know that. We might be better off just using. I might just use T-nuts for these. Or let me check. Let me see if the ones that came with the Trident kit are any different, but these are just not not sticking at all. So here's some. We've got some hammerhead nuts in case that's all like the best we've got. But let's see if these are any better. Okay, so these are left over from the Trident build. Maybe it's just this extrusion. I don't know, a different type of extrusion. Video game boss mode, yes. Yeah, we'll just use our hammerhead nuts then. Hey Sven! Whoops, that was supposed to be 3D. Drop my nuts. Hey Zombie! Good afternoon. Hey Jack. Yeah, so we will just go ahead and sort of pre-attach these. Like this. And put this on here. So for anyone that isn't in the Discord or hasn't seen, I actually posted what our schedule is going to be as far as streams go for the next roughly 30-ish days. So next week we are going to unbox the Two Trees SK1, which is a Core XY clipper printer with I think it's 3, it might be 4. It does bed tramming, which is cool. So we're gonna play around with that. We're gonna box it, just see what it's all about. It'll be a real laid back stream. Then the next stream, we are going to be building the Stealth Press, which is a heat insert tool, which I'm looking forward to. I've always just sort of done it by hand, which has worked well for me, but it'll be nice to actually have a device that'll help make sure they're straight. So we're gonna do that. That'll be one stream, just assembly, kind of hang out. And then the week after that, we're gonna unbox a Tomgrow T300. So it's also another clipper printer. It's a clipper bed slinger. So we'll play around with that for a bit, another sort of chill stream. Then we'll go back to this printer for a just wrapping up things, basically putting the enclosure on, and printing, and I don't know, whatever else we want to do, maybe sort of like a recap of the build. And then whenever it comes in after that, we're gonna be building the Milo mill. So that'll be, I need to get the parts printed out for that. That's gonna be the next sort of big build, unless there's a delay, and then I've got a few other potential options. That's kind of the scoop on what's going on the next at least month here. Stu told really concluding saying that. I've been interested in the SK1. Yeah, I'm curious about it. Man, I haven't used a Two Trees printer since their and it was they were one of the first Core XY printers I think I ever used. Let's actually just go. That's the back end. Right on YouTube. That was when I created the. It was when I was checking to make sure that I couldn't create badges for, like, I was checking to make sure that I couldn't make badges for, like, every month, right? That's what I was checking on. Okay, so let's go here. Nope, that's not what I want to do. It's Two Trees. Yeah, so this is my last experience with Two Trees. Look at that, I was a younger me. I didn't have, there was no children, no, I wasn't married. That was when we were in our second apartment. This was in our second apartment. Before rep racks before rep racks came out. But this was January 11th, 2020. So 4 years later, I'm pretty curious to see just sort of what this new machine is like. I don't know what the heck Two Trees has done for the last 4 years. It's been a really long time, and I don't think they've really put out a whole lot of printers, but yeah, this was my last rendezvous with them, which was a pretty early Core XY considering, like definitely before the bamboos and all of that. And it had potential, it really did. And if I remember correctly, the extruder / tool head was sort of where they just kind of fell flat. It also was a cantilevered bed, but if I remember correctly, I feel like it was fairly rigid for what it was, so. You aged well, dude. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's always a trip, like, seeing an older video like that. I'm like, man, I really have gotten older. Hey, Mark, I'm sorry, I don't know if I said that. Two Trees are great or disaster perfect. Hey, Deanna. Well, I got the blur for many years. I got the bluer for many years, and it worked great. Just installed Bamboo Lab hot end on my Enderwire. Nice. I have an SK1 here. It's nice, fast, and solid. Yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I don't really know exactly what to expect, but I'm optimistic. for better or for worse, I'm optimistic. So we'll see how it goes. Alrighty, let's do some wiring here, because again, this is it. This is the final build for now, and the final stream for now. I need a Phillips head screwdriver. Oh, you know what? I've got... Nope, I don't know where that's at. Okay, so let's loosen... Oh, these are already loose. So I think they have yellow as earth. Is it black? Let me see if they've got color. I don't want to guess on their wiring. Wiring. Okay, so they've got red as live, black as neutral, and yellow as earth. So red as live. Nope, red as live. It's a little tight, but that's not too bad. I need a better, hold on a second. That screwdriver is not wide enough to really grip. That's way too big. No, come on. How many we got? Something. Let me see if I can find, maybe it's in here? No. I've got the Linus Tech Tip screwdriver, which would be perfect for this. But I don't know when we moved where all the bits for it ended up. Let me do a quick check. This is stuff that was on my desk. It's like keyboard stuff, not there. Not there. Such a bummer. Granted, I misplace things all the time before the move, but I certainly don't know where the heck anything's at anymore. Oh, where would I put it? I might just have to use this kind of undersized screwdriver for now. Yeah, I don't know. How's Jackson doing? He's doing really good. Yeah, he turns 1 on Tuesday, which is just absolutely crazy. Yeah, he's doing awesome. He got a bath this morning and he's doing really good. Yeah, he's growing so quickly, too quickly. But he's doing awesome. Thank you. Did SIBOOR not include a printed part to cover the cut and the extrusion? So I would want those wires. Potential. That's a great question. I think that it did come with a cover. Let me see if I printed it. That doesn't seem right. That seems right, but that doesn't seem like the right size. Yeah, that's a good point. The extrusion is pretty sharp there. I imagine it's supposed to be one of these guys. You're assuming Daniel followed the logic of putting them in the handle. Oh no, I did put them in the handle. Just the handle only holds so many, and I went with like Allen or Hex. So yeah, I've got like the standard ones are still in their pack. I was planning on printing out something for it once they moved, but no, I've got to find them. That's mission critical number 1. So yeah, this kind of fits like that, but I don't, nope, it can't go like that. So it has to go like this. That's definitely not wide enough. So either I goofed or the sizing is just not right. But I need to print that out. I will print that out today. Yeah, basically this cut, let me show it. Since the AC wiring is passing through here, these edges of the aluminum are quite sharp, and you don't want it rubbing back and forth. It will definitely cause a break at some point. So having a cover here is what you want. But again, this is just short. It's by quite a bit. So I don't know, again, if I printed the wrong thing on. We'll link a cover in the live stream chat. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I'll get that printed out today. Thank you for mentioning that. I wasn't thinking about that, but yeah, that's absolutely something that needs to be there. Oops, let's drop it down a little. Oops, nope, that's not. Connect AC wiring wrong. There we go. Hey Zombie, did you see the new stealth changer thing that came out in the last like day or two? I don't know much about it other than that it's only for 2.4 and it's only for stealth burner right now, and it says that the project was inspired by the tap changer. I feel like you would be able to, I mean, other than Toolhead, I feel like you'd be able to more easily tell what the main differences are between the projects. Okay, so we've got AC in. Again, those need to be covered ASAP. Now we need to run need to run 24 volts from here to main power. So up top here. And I don't know, let's see what cables we've got in this kit. So we've got a couple of USB cables. Again, this is intended to connect the clipper expander and the stock board. So I don't know, we won't be needing those. We've got wiring for an ADXL, like just a traditional ADXL, not a USB one. I know people were working on the front moving dock for a while now. Oh, interesting. Isn't even the cap changer that you have built, isn't he working on also a version that can lift like up and down so that way it can work with a Trident? Hey, on brakes, I'm just dropping by to see your progress. Hey, Andre. Yeah, we're basically done. All that's left is plugging in things and getting the config working. But as far as the actual mechanical assembly, it's ready to rock and roll. Cool. So we've got some wires. We'll use these. Hey, PF, thank you very much for the 5 Gato memberships. Let's see, do I have any? No, I've got just the classics. I got this one. Thank you, PF. There's like 100. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Have you tried leveling your bed? Not yet, zombie. I will though, for you. Thank you for, what is that, 19 months? Thank you for 19 months, zombie. All right, so we've got positive going into, we'll just go to the very top here. Delilah, hey, you gotta stop looking at yourself, girl. Okay. I think we only need, it's all we're gonna, our wiring's gonna be fairly simple since we're just using this one board. And this is negative. That. Okay, so I went with top and third down, and this is gonna go through here as well. And I said this could be a lot shorter. This could be a lot shorter because I only need, I mean, basically that would be plenty. If I've got my barrel crimpers somewhere here, then I might just shorten this really quickly. Ferrules are so easy to crimp. That's not ferrule. This is ferrule. And we need, what size are these? Red. I think those colors are different than the sizing I've got. Let's see. That looks about right. Maybe one size bigger. That's smaller. This is probably the closest. Maybe blue? Nappin, thank you for becoming a member. Resin is toxic, yes. Yes. Hey, the name of 3D. Lisa, thank you for 20 months. Posted allergy chews for Delilah in mod chat. Okay, sweet. I will take a look. This looks close to what it is. Let's try these. Let's try these blue ferrules. Let's throw you back in there. Might be a little too big. We'll see. Okay, so we are going to cut this. We'll give ourselves a tiny bit of slack, but definitely not that much. And boom. We get our wire strippers. Ow. Ow. Didn't feel good. Go. Wire strippers, check. The main thing stopping me from working on the stealth changer is that it's so heavy. Oh, that makes sense. It's big. It's a 350. It's a yeah, yours, that's right. Yours is a 350. I get that. That's sort of me with the VZBot. The VZBot is so tanky. I want to bring it upstairs so I can start trying to play around with it some more and figure out if I can narrow down or remove the artifacts I've been seeing, but it's just so heavy. It's so heavy. So to bring it in and bring it up a flight of stairs is just not high. It hasn't been high on the list. True, I'm overly, oh wait, I'd be putting some tape or something on those sharp extrusions, but I'm a paranoid man. Yeah, I won't be running, like, other than for the sake of this stream, I will not be running this printer until, yeah, that works. Until I get the slot cover printed out. There's a lot of things I'll play around with. AC is not one of them. It's where I draw the line. Okay. Yep, those feel tight. Let's hopefully, let's see, let's lift up the AC wires so this can go underneath it, like that. And let's loosen. Where did you go, screwdriver? There's the Phillips. I had a smaller screwdriver that was a pothead, and it apparently got arms and walked away. There it is. Okay. Okay, so positive is on this side, and negative, let's see, positive. So the issue might be that these ferrules, yeah, it is so dark inside of this printer. Let me see if I keep loosening it. There we go. Okay, I just need to loosen it more. There we go. You are in. Come on, I want to get them both at the same time. There's 1 and 2. Okay, these are in. Let's tighten this down. Hey, Collie. Has the first print been decided on? I don't think so. I love the Micron Plus LDO. Yeah, I'm thinking about building. It's getting higher and higher up my list. When I found out that, if I'm not mistaken, it's primarily using MGN 7s, but the X is MGN 9, right, Zombie? Hey, what's up, PC? Slot cover can be, yes, slot cover. You're not wrong. Slot cover could be first print. It can just be in PLA. That's a really good idea, Lisa. Okay, so I don't know how much the rest of the electrical stuff's actually going to do us any good. Again, since we are not using anything from here, we've got that's wired in. We're not doing that. I guess we do need to connect a USB cable from the screen, so it's a USB-C. Let's do that really quick, and then I'll just start connecting the rest of the wires in. Let's see. USB stuff. There we go. MGN 9H for boop. Cool. Because I'm something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of, I have an idea, I have a plan for this Micron Plus, aside from it just being a Micron. And part of that requires, I believe MGN 9 is gonna work just fine. Okay, that is a really long cable. And this is not the right cable. Okay, really long cable it is. So it's USB-C, so we're just going to pop this out. See if I can do this. There we go. So USB-C is in. pull the cable through, and then I don't know, we'll just route it around here for now. I'll have to figure out a way to clean this up. We'll go under our AC plug. And that's nice that it's a right angle, so I do like that. I have very little space right here. I don't actually know that I'll be able to fit this without yeah, I don't think I'll be able to fit that actually. Let's see. Okay, so the connection's on the top, this is on the bottom, so it's perfect like that. I'm gonna have to remove, yeah, we have to remove this. This won't be an issue if you're using it. I don't imagine this will be an issue if you're using the stock board, the Crowley board and SKR, but again, because this is a wider board, well, it definitely won't be an issue. What am I saying? It definitely won't be an issue if you're using the stock board, but because this has clipper host built into it, it's a wider board, and so the USB ports are just oh, I have to completely, it's kind of a bummer. Wonder if that might be an issue. I'm not sure if it's gonna clear the fan. Okay, let's completely remove this really quickly here. I'm also gonna go with hammerhead nuts. That way this is easier to get in and out versus these roll-ins. So let's take these out. Modbot breaks another board. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. All right, let's remove this nut. Remove this nut. Let's get our, where's our magnet? Our KB3D little magnet. Bam. Okay, let's plug this into the bottom, like so. Are we going to be out of luck, or is this gonna work okay? Dude, that is tight. I think it's just gonna work. Let me see if I move this up even further. Let's move this out of the fan's way. Okay, it's slightly better if we move it a little bit higher up. What time is the giveaway, or did I miss it? Nope, giveaway opens in 25 minutes, so it won't be, we won't do the drawing for another 55 minutes. Hey, Brick Bros. Hey, Alan. In the red corner, we have Modbot. In the blue corner, we have this. Yeah, we're just getting the electronics in and ran into our first little complication just because I'm using a different board that's wider, and the USB connection for the screen, it's a right angle, but it's still pretty wide. I think this is gonna work okay. The fan's not gonna really be blowing on our board, which is a little bit of a bummer. So let me pull this out one more time. I'm gonna tighten the screws right here for this front skirt, because they're still loose, which probably was something that when I installed them, I said, I'll come back to this, and I just never did. So just I'll tighten these. Okay, and then let's try putting in hammerhead nuts instead of roll-ins. I need to be present to win. You do not have to be present to win. Nope, nope. Hey, BBs. Happy Wednesday. Happy last Wednesday of the month. Okay. So yeah, we'll put a little, I need a third hand right about now. Let's see. There we go. Okay. See if we can get this in. I could also see if maybe there's some right angle USB connections that are even thinner, that don't stick out as far as this if I need to, but I don't know that that's necessary. I just think, again, I need to scoot this board. Okay, so we probably need to go in this direction. Like this. There we go. There we go. I don't know, we might be screwed. Well, now that I'm thinking about it too, how are we going to access the micro SD card slot, right? The micro SD card slot, you guys can't really see that because it's blocking it, but it's down below here. Let's think for a minute. Can it fit there? Let's see. Yeah, it needs something, that's for sure. Yeah, so that's just shy. However, if I modify this part, that could work. What are our other options? So I technically can access the micro SD card slot through the through here. So the bigger issue is the screen. I wonder, can we use a single expansion cable with this screen? I don't know, because it's got the adapter that gives it its MCU, so you can hook it up over USB, but I wonder if we need that. Let's see, what's chat saying? I feel like you should just get a switchwire frame. Nice. Use a script mod. Where's the link for the drawing? It's not up yet. No room on the PSU side? I don't think so. Yeah, so it's just the USB. The USB connection is so close to the skirt. If we didn't have a right angle one, I wonder if I could just feed it through the back. You know what I mean? Just go straight into here, have the cable go out, and then go in through here. We could probably do that. I don't know, it's not a very pretty solution, but that would work. Mod the skirt, aren't there SD extension cables? Yeah. Yeah, it is a little jank to have it go on the outside. I feel like Steve gave me some USB to ribbon cables at one point. I wonder if that might work. Although I think those were HDMI. Okay, so I think that solution for right now is leave board in place and just don't use the screen for right this second until I have some time to chew on it and think about what I want to do. Maybe print thinner mounting brackets. That could also work. That could definitely work. I could probably get this model and just basically cut this in half, which would give us, we don't need a lot, right? Like we really don't need a lot. So maybe that's what I'll end up doing, is just redoing the bracket in a way that makes it where it's thinner. Yeah, let's tighten it up for now. I'll just make sure I give everything at least a little bit more slack. And for right this second, I'm not going to plug in that USB cable because it is a problem. It's going to be sucky to tighten this. I mean, even this area, so another solution, just thinking for a second here. Another solution might be to not use a side-mounted board mount and see if we just mount it in the front, like with VHB, like what's on the, if I'm not mistaken, that's what's on the V0s. I've done that with a few builds actually, just VHB mounted. I mean, it's been fine. Come on. There we go. Yeah, so let's see. If we got rid of this mount altogether, it's still pretty tight. That could work. That could work. If I get it somewhere right around here, or even mount it here with a different angled bracket. I'm gonna have to play around with this and figure out what I think's best, because I'm even thinking that if I change this, so if I shorten this arm to where it doesn't extend all the way out there, and maybe it's right here instead, I can potentially mount this in between the mounting points for the PSU, which would put it somewhere right about here, roughly. Maybe not quite that high, but somewhere right around here. And now I've got plenty of space for USB cable. I can access micro SD. That might be what I end up doing. Just putting it somewhere right around here. Almost tempted for right this second to just VHP it right here. I think that's what we'll end up doing. With the board for the other side of the PSU, yes. You could design one that sits under the board. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. PF. I think VHP might be the way. So let's get this installed over here for right now. I'm not gonna shorten any cables because I'm gonna be moving things around. Let's see if I can at least get these guys to tighten up. I think that's probably the best route to go though. Again, this is not an issue you'll have if you're using like an SKR board or the stock board. This is just an issue because this is quite a bit bigger footprint wise than what is intended to be used. Giveaway's not open yet. Giveaway opens in 14 minutes, roughly. Yeah, VHP will work great. Mod the PSU mount to integrate the board mount. We could do that as well. I guess if I just get the distance from this to this, and then take the bracket pieces there. Yeah, we'll figure out something. I'm not sure yet what I'm gonna do, but I think this is likely. We have a bunch of space down here. The only downside I can think of is that this fan, again, it won't be getting the cooling, but I don't think it'll be an issue. I just like that there's more space here. It feels like we should be using this space for something. All right, let's plug some things in. So let me go ahead and feed feed these wires down. Hope everything's good. Hey, Stuart. Yeah, everything is going good. We're looking at the board because, I mean, again, or I can see if we don't even want to use USB, but I think I'd like to have access to the USB port. So at the very least, I need to have a USB extension of sorts. It's not. Might need to remove the power supply to get the, yeah. I can't feed the stepper cable in with the power supply the way it is right now. There we go. There we go, we are through. Through on that side. Wonder if I want to route this like that. Okay. I don't really know, but as the PSU get hot, how is that spot cooling wise? There's a fair bit of airflow regardless, because, one second, let me move this out of the way. There's a fair bit of airflow just from skirts having openings on all the front. Oh, why are we not? There we go. But yeah, I don't foresee the heat from the PSU causing issues. If I need to, what I could probably do is mod the skirt. Can you guys see this? Yeah. So I could probably mod. I don't think that did what I wanted to, did it? No, it did not. 1 second. Dude, why? This is one of those cases where the T-nut's not spinning. But what I was saying is that I think that if I needed to, I could add a fan right here. If the board's gonna be right there, if I need to, I can add a fan there. So either mod this skirt or just sort of have a thing that snaps on or VHBs on there. But I don't know that that's gonna be necessary. There we go. Okay. 80-foot carries USB breakout boards that you can extend. They go USB to basically, oh wait, USB breakout board, interesting. Yeah, I know, I might have, Steve sent me either some USB to ribbon cable boards that are really small, or maybe they're HDMI to ribbon, I can't remember, but I've got, we'll figure it out, it's gonna work. It's gonna work out. You decided not to get an XLR, right? Looks like they launched a motor vibrating thing like the Bamboo did. Yeah, I canceled mine. I think it's a cool printer. I'd like to play around with one, but it's a lot of money if you don't have a very specific need for it. And as far as like with the tool changers and stuff coming out for Vorons, it's a lot cheaper to it's a lot cheaper to convert one than go with that if you've already got at least a Voron. Okay. So that's one cable in, and this is E3 Easy, Steve. And when I go, so the location it was going to be mounted is right here. And the issue we're running into is this is where the USB port is. And even with the right angle, it's still too tight. So the current plan is to model up something that just uses VHP and mount it here. But I'm almost wondering, PF had mentioned, can I just make this bracket thinner? Which I definitely can, and that could be enough. But if we do go the VHP route and we remove this bracket altogether, which lets us get this basically all the way up to this extrusion, that gain of, I don't know what that is it 10, no, it's not 10 mil, I don't know, 7-ish millimeters or so, might make it where we can actually leave this here and still have access to the micro SD card slot. Right now we're just sort of staging it and plugging everything in, and then I have to figure out what the long-term solution is. But yeah, left side is X. Sweet, I did it right. That's what I went with. But yeah, it's tight down there. It is tight down there. All right, so let's feed the Z motor cable down here. You need a right angle cable. Yes, it came, luckily, the only cable right now, or the only thing that needs to be plugged in is their screen on this, and it did come with a right angle cable. So the only other thing, I mean, I could see myself potentially plugging in a, I don't know, a camera or what else would I want to plug in right now? That seems to be the main thing. But at that point, I think I could just do, again, like a right angle, either a right angle adapter or just get a right angle USB if the USB cable isn't attached on the other end to whatever I'm plugging into it, like permanently attached to it. So, and then the thing I don't know as well, since we used our own, Y motor, and let's see. I don't know if they gave us a cable for Y. I think we need to use our own Y cable. So let's see. This is a short motor cable. This might be long enough though. This definitely won't be long enough if we end up relocating, but this might be long enough for our current location. Let's see, let's shove this in here. ERCF. But ERCF, if we're doing that on here, which that's the game plan, the game plan is to go CAN with it because I got the Big Tree Tech ERCF CAN board. So that's likely, we'd likely just go CAN. Okay, so I have USB cable. Let's make sure that that is indeed going to be long enough for our current spot. Of course, it's right behind the freaking board again. Dang it. Fishing for the wire. Hey Ted, agree something really cool about ERCF switch wire. Yeah, I think that it's going to be a great printer for it. Yeah, grabbing cables out. I'm trying to not have to remove the board again, but we might have to. So close. I got it. Okay. That was fun. Okay, pulling cable through, pulling cable through. There's like just enough slack on this. So we got X and we've got Y. I might actually end up extending this in the future. I'd probably like a little bit more slack, maybe. We'll see. That's actually close to perfect. So X, Y, and then Z. So Z, which we just fed through, is this guy? Nope. This guy. Okay, there's Z. Going in there. We need to plug this driver back in here, so let's do that. Okay. So the last one we've got is, we'll do E0. Yeah, E0 motor. And that's gonna be, should be one of these. That's our fan. This says, yes, this is it. 1A, 2A, so this is our 2 pairs. And this is going right here. Like that. Okay, now we need to pull up, because I don't know the pinout for this board. Let's pull up a diagram really quickly here. Under 3, or E3, Tech, E3, EZ, GitHub. Oh, it's giveaway opening time. One sec. Let's do that. Okay, giveaway is officially, you can have a curved USB? What's that? Okay, giveaway is pinned in chat for anyone that asks. We're gonna be giving away a spool of Polymaker filament anywhere in the world, and that will be drawn in about 30 minutes. You don't have to be present, but if you win, and we congratulate you, and you won't be here, we'll be sad, so. All right, let's check this out. Oh, what? Hardware. Actually, no, we just want, do you not just have a pinout? User manual, interface. Well, this, I guess this works as well. All right, so let's plug in our limit switch wire for Y as well. Oh, this is cool. This is what we're going to be using. Okay, I'm going to unplug what we just plugged in. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let me show you guys this. So someone had said early on that we need to reuse like all of the limit switches on the Ender, I think, or at least X and Y. And I only had X, so I actually ordered, 1 second. I actually ordered a set of Ender limit switches, which we didn't end up needing, but this is perfect. This is what we need. It has more distance, and it gives us our connection for the Y motor as well as the Y limit switch. That's perfect. Wireless USB. You show me where I can order this wireless USB, zombie. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna unplug Y that we just unplugged in, that we just plugged in here. Uh-oh. You okay, Delilah? I think she needs water. Hey, go get some water, girl. Hey, honey, can you make sure the dogs have water? Delilah's seeming like she needs water. Thank you. Just sort of like, not dry heaving, but. Wouldn't a front panel skirt make sense? What do you mean, a front panel skirt? Hey Derek, I forgot to hit the like button until, I haven't even said once. What are we at? I haven't even looked. I forgot to mention hit the like button. We got 64 likes and 149 people here. We can do 100 likes, I believe. Let's get to 100 likes. Easy. Easy. For the E3 Easy board. It seemed. Thanks for becoming a member. Here's my sound. Cheers. Thank you very much. Alright, back at it. So we are feeding these 2 wires through here. I think that the biggest mistake so far that I've made is not feeding. All these wires should have been fed already before I mounted the board in here. Having all wires in here will make things a lot easier. That is something I wish I had done. Once you got power supply mounted and stuff, it's just a lot more difficult. Part of it too is, again, that I'm using this bigger board, which isn't simplifying anything right now. But had I ran these before, I wouldn't be sort of fishing around boards and such. Okay, so there is our... Hey, Steve, thank you very much for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now we've got Y motor and Y limit switch plugged in. So let's do... Looks like the Magneto X videos are about to flood the internet. Super interesting printer. Do you mean because they're starting to ship? Or is there something I've missed? Okay, Y is plugged in. So Y limit switch shows... where are limit switches? There's something I'm missing. PS on, can, fan 0. There's Z stop is right there. Feel touch. Okay, X stop is there. Where's Y stop? Y stop. Okay, so Y stop looks like that's what it's calling out. So right next to the mounting hole in the center, on the right side. No, that's not right. Why does this board look different? Mine has... Oh, don't tell me I have a different board. That looks right. That looks right. And then things look different on my board. I can't, so... Okay, I can read it off the board. My board looks slightly different, so I'm hoping... It says it's 1.0, and mine says 1.0. So I don't know. Let's go with that. So that's Y. What else do we have? We've got X end stop. Is going right here. X end stop's right here. Thermistor is, it looks like down here. Thermistor bed, thermistor 0. So center is our hot end thermistor. I mean, we can define these how we want, I suppose, but just double check the silk screening on the board. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Do you have a different revision? It's possible. So another thing that's kind of throwing me off is if you look at this photo. So this looks like, this red box looks like it's surrounding 2 pins, right? But it looks like there's a 3rd pin there. And on mine, so this shows you've got like your expansion, you've got 3 2-pin connectors, which matches mine, then a 4-pin, which matches mine. But then here, this looks like these are the same, like this looks like a 2-pin and a 2-pin. On mine, I've got a 2 and a 3 on the right. And then right here, I've also got a 2 and a 3 on the right. So I can't tell if it's just the way this illustration is done or if there's actually some difference. Yeah, I think it might just be the illustration that's kind of weird. This is my first time watching on desktop, and now I finally see the banana. I used to be so confused. I finally see the banana? Wait, what? The E3Z has 3-pin end stops on the PCB. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Okay, it's interesting though, because on the right side, like, let me show this. So you can see this, right? This looks like there's 2 pins, and then you've got the opening on the board, 2 pins and opening on the board, same for these ones. But in reality, at least on my board, which this could have been something that changed because this was probably an early, I'm sure this was an early board for review. We've got a 2-pin with a hole in the board, a 2-pin with a hole in the board, but the ones right above them that are also supposed to be, according to this illustration, like a 2-pin JST with an opening are actually both 3s. So that's what sort of is playing with my head a little bit. It seems like the board itself is the same, but maybe there's slightly different connectors on the retail version versus the version that I've got. Hey, Big Red. Oh, the banana from Zombie. Yeah, you've never seen you've never seen the banana? Okay, so fans, we've got fan 0, fan 1, fan 2, which are these 3. So we'll do fan 0 as part cool. No, hot end fan. Part 2 is, so the one I just plugged in right here is for the fan in the back. Then we've got, this is a thermistor for the bed, which goes right here on the right of our current thermistor. So this one's 24 volts, and this says F5, but don't know what F5 is. Hot end fan. So they're sharing, oh, I think what's happening is they're all sharing 24 volts in common. So where do they intend for you to route? Let me see this. Okay, toolhead board. Yeah, so they're all getting 24 volts and ground from here, which I think is just basically a spare hot end port. So we should be able to hotbed. I think we can just use HE1 on here because this has the ability to power 2 hot ends. So I think we can just use HE1 here in place of that. Logging out, we'll have to catch up later. Hey, thanks for hanging out, TJ. That would throw me off too. Yeah. Currently shopping boards match what you have. The picture is wrong. Oh, interesting. Gotcha. Hey, Nuno. So you're saying that the picture is just wrong, that illustration. Okay, so yeah, we're going to take 24 volts for our toolhead board from the spare hot end, port, which is going to be HE1. So positive, these are all sharing do that. Since we're not using the clipper expander. Okay. Probe LED and 5 volts. So yeah, we're gonna have to redo some of this because of the fact we're not using the stock setup. So we got part cooling fans. So these need to become JSTs. They don't need 24 volts because they're sharing a common 24 volts. HE0. So I think HE0. Okay, part cooling fan, hot end fan, HE0. So HE0 can go here. So, wait, actually I don't know. It looks like they're even sharing. According to this, it looks like this is even what's powering the hot end. So we're not using 24 volts for our hot end either. We just need our signal. So I'm going to mimic that. So 24 volts in ground will come from the same connector. And then our hot end 0, which I've got right here, HE0, is going into negative. With things like this, I always think, how hard is it to update or another photo to the manual? Yeah, I know. I feel like for some reason, I feel like the E3 EZ board just didn't catch on very well, and I don't really know why. Maybe because it's too specific, and there's like the Manta M4P or M8P instead. I don't really know the answer to that. Okay, so here's ground. Yep. All right, so this is our ground. This is gonna look awful right now. Again, I'm gonna be moving everything and shortening everything right now. I just want to get everything plugged in. Okay. That's good. I don't like this. Our hot bed, or our heated bed, has tinned wires because this is a Creality thing. Let's cut the ends off of this. And let's just strip some wire where... look at the handsome guy. Thank you, Nexus. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Trying to get this guy powered on, so I'm sort of in crunch mode. Let's throw some ferrule connectors on this as well. I think we'll go with the same blue ones that we used previously. There we go. And we dropped it. I think because it seems so focused for the Ender 3, it ignored it's ignored for other printers. Yeah, which is funny. Like the only thing really, well, there's probably a few other things, but the main thing it has that even makes it, E3 is the mounting pattern. But that's such a small thing, you don't even have to use that other than to create a mount for it. But you're probably right. I think that people see it and they're like, oh, I don't have an Ender 3. So it kind of like the board niched down a little bit too hard by calling it the E3 EZ. Okay. So I do know DC in. One second here, let me check one more thing. Oh, I goofed. I will definitely, I think I goofed on this. So That says M power, which I thought was main power. I'm nearly positive that that's for motor power. DC in is where those need to get moved to. So I'm glad that I saw that. I didn't realize that this had separate. I didn't realize it had separate voltage for those motors. So let's. Unless I'm mistaken, but I don't see. Let's see how it could be. Boards with integrated SBC are definitely a must for the V0. Makes electronics very, yeah, they're way cleaner. Let's see if I go to the instruction manual for this. Also, giveaway form is open to anyone that just showed up. It's pinned in chat. We're gonna be giving away a spool of Polymaker filament in just a moment here. Each motor driver module can select the corresponding motor voltage by jumper caps. M power. Yeah, so you can run up to 48 volts to these motors. The drivers, because these are the E3 easy, or I'm sorry, because these are the easy drivers, you can go with higher power drivers. So that's what it is in. So I'm glad we caught on to that. Although I don't think anything bad would have happened. We just wouldn't have had power to the board, which would have been a very anticlimactic moment. Okay, so let's remove you. And you. Yeah, I should have checked that. I guess a lot of the boards have that now, but for some reason I didn't think this board did. So let's go like that. Okay, and this is our bed. We've got positive that side. That's fine, we'll just tighten that up. I'll show you guys kind of what I think that the screen share probably showed cleaner than I can show you with this sort of rat's nest of wire, but I'll still show you over here what I did. Okay, so you think because it's for an ender doesn't have fancy stuff? Well, again, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, I wouldn't think that a board called the E3 Easy supported 48 volt drivers. I guess, you know, that's on me. So yeah, I originally thought that the terminal block on the very end was our DC in. It's not. DC in is second or third and fourth from the left. And then, so I moved those over, and then this is our DC 24 volt bed that I plugged in. So all of our wires should be good. We got bed, we got DC in, we've got nothing on the 24 volt line for our hot end because of the way this is wired up. Then we've got signal for our hot end. Then we've got, did I do that wrong? Yeah, no, that's right. And then we got 24 volts for our toolhead board and ground for our toolhead board. And all of the things connected, are sharing a common, sharing that in common. So now we've got a hot end fan that needs to get plugged in. We've got a part cooling fan that needs to get plugged in. Those both need their own JSTs. And then we've got these guys, which are probe, LED, and 5 volts. We need somewhere we can pull 5 volts from. So we're gonna have to crimp a couple of wires, basically is what we're doing here. So we're getting close though on plugging things in, which is sweet. There we go. So yeah, fans are here. Let's go to our, is there a, nope, it's gonna be in here, I guess. I got a Fly Gemini V3 on my V02 and definitely recommended. Yeah, I'm running a Fly Gemini V3 as well on the SIBOOR V0.2 that I built, and I've got no complaints. I got CAN bus set up on it too. I haven't installed the tool head board yet. Like it's there dangling, but it's not on the actual tool head, but it's been a pretty solid board. I don't have complaints. Wi-Fi has been solid, and performance, it's been great. Okay, here we go. So fans, so we need to wire in fan 0 and fan 1. So let me grab, did this kit come with, I think it came, maybe it didn't. Let's match. So they're using white, we will use white connectors. Bam, bam. And we need these. Nope, that's not right. We need these. Okay. I think I'll end up between now and, well, we're not going to be streaming on this printer again for 4 weeks because there's quite a few things we're doing in between now and then, but between now and the 4 weeks from now stream, I will have this mounted with VHB on its own different mount, either probably here in its exact same spot, and I think I'll spend some time cleaning up at least some of the wires. I think I'll still keep some slack because long term, I don't exactly know how everything's going to fit in here. But this is like these motor wires for X and Z, or I don't know, in a Core X Y or Core X Z, usually it's AB motors. I don't know if with Core X Z it's still considered AB. Probably is. They're just too long. They're too damn long. I need a crimper for these. I think I use these IWIS. I haven't crimped in a while, actually. Can you share your config once it's going? I just, okay. Yeah, sure, I can definitely do that. Are you using an E3 Easy board, or you just want to see like the overall, like what I set? Here we go. We did it. Okay, that one's done. Where's the other fan? See the part cooling fans really quick, or the fans really quick here, and then we'll move on to the last few things, and then we will flash card, flip switch, and hold breath. Where can I find a wiring diagram for the power switch and socket? Inside here, that was in SIBOOR's instructions. I think I saw it here. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, red live, black neutral, and yellow earth. But yeah, this is their wiring diagram. They just updated their guide, it looks like 3 days ago, so I don't know, what they all changed. But I would download the latest version. Also coffee. Wait, your power input wires might be reversed on the SKR board? What do you mean? It shows positive on the left. So, okay. So I think maybe what you're saying is that they switch things up. So like for hot end 0, So yeah, if you look at this, you've got your voltage on this side, then ground, then you've got signal, voltage, and then it switches again, voltage, ground. So voltage should be on the left for that, which it is. So it looks correct. You got me questioning things now. It looks correct, but definitely check that because it's kind of funky that they don't keep that same kind of pattern here. Of the switch itself? I don't know. Usually they're somewhat generic, but I know that when Steve and me were doing the VZ-Bot, we had to look because it was kind of funky the way it was. I don't actually know for the switch itself. Why did something happen with the switch? Did the cables come off? Oh, come on. It's really slippery wires. There we go. It looks different than other SKR boards. Oh, let's see. And connected via U2C, you can't also do CAN bus, and you don't have others on additional USB. Also, my Pi 02W always running hot when it's switched. Okay. Oh no! I don't know if I got that. The wire kind of popped out. No, looks good. All right, so let's plug these two in. Let me look at the diagram. Oops, why are we? Oh, the tripod's caught. Okay, so our fan connections are going right on top of this guy here. So the one I've currently got, which is closest to there, is fan 0, which is actually not where I wanted you. I wanted this to go. I want you in fan 2. So we got fan 0, fan 1, fan, and it looks like the bottom pin is the signal. So part cooling fan I'm gonna want as fan 1. So let's see, it goes like this. Okay. So this will go right here underneath it. And that popped right out. It did not go in a second here. Okay. Try that again. Okay, that is in. And now the final fan, where did you go? Is right here. We want that to go in fan 0, which is the one closest to our screw terminals. Right here. Fan. Okay, those are in. So our fans are done. All we've got left is LED, probe, and 5 volts. So, where do we want to grab 5 volts from? In probe. Is there a dedicated probe port? Fan, motherboard fan. Oh, there's a. So there is an extra fan port. That's cool. So we can potentially move M fan if we need another one there. Fan, power. Y stop, E1. Thermistor. Okay, RGB. So RGB is going to be next to our Z stop. So let's wire, we'll take 5 volts and PC7 for our RGB. Okay, so let's cut the last guy. What time is it? It's time. Yep, if you have not, you've got 2 minutes, and then we're going to be doing our Polymaker filament giveaway drawing here. 2 minutes. Hey, Ballistic. What printer is going to be the next build? So, that's a great question. The printer I think we're building is secret until it's announced. And that will probably be late April, early May. The game plan is right now, next week we're unboxing the Two Trees SK1, so it won't be a printer build, it'll be just a hangout, check it out, print, see how it does, look under the hood. The following week we're doing a stealth press build, so we're building the stealth press. I printed out all the parts for that. Week after that, we're unboxing the T300, so it'll be similar to next week's stream, but a different printer. Then we're doing one more series on this guy, which we'll put the panels on. I'll show you the wiring I've cleaned up and where I've mounted the board as its final location. Then we're building Milo. Depending on if Milo's delayed or not delayed, there might be something else happening around there. And then after Milo will be the next printer build, which I anticipate will be late April, early May probably. But things change. That's the current lineup. But the next 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the next 4 weeks are set. Those are the only ones I definitely confirm. Take a look at the FTEMS SWCV2 mod. Looks great for wire management and mounting boards and PSUs. Can you send me that somewhere? There is no way I will remember that. Post Milo will be June, March, April. You could be right, depending on how long the streams end up being. Hey Gleva, hey Papa Goose. How many likes did we end up getting? I can't say what printer, the build, no, I can't yet. I can't yet, that's all I'm gonna say. When I can say what we're gonna be building, if it materializes the way I'm hoping it will, then I will share. Again, we're closing the giveaway in 60 seconds, so if you haven't filled it out, it's pinned in chat, and then I'm removing it. Oh, we did hit 100 likes. Thank you. We're at 110. Let's see if we can get to 150. That's our new goal. Let's do... Okay, we'll get a new sound effect.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Perfect. Hey, David. Hey, Jim. Got here just in time this evening. I'm planning an Enderwire project to watch mostly catch up. We'll probably rewatch too. Nice. So, quick, while you're filling out the giveaway form, because I'm giving everyone a tiny bit more time today, the issue we ran into is self-inflicted, definitely. Because I'm using this board, this is an E3EZ, so it can take a CB1 or in our case a CM4. You don't have a separate Raspberry Pi board because this is the Raspberry Pi board, and we don't use the buck converter. It's a bulkier board. Having a bulkier board in a fairly tight compartmented machine is proving a little bit complicated. I can't actually fit even a right angle USB into the USB ports for the screen, so we're playing around with that. But yeah, that's really I think that's the only complication we've run into today, and that won't be the issue if you're using either the stock board with the clipper extender as they intend, or you're using something like an SKR Pico or an SKR E3. SKR Mini E3, yeah. Okay, let's do the giveaway drawing. So if you haven't entered in, I'm removing it right now, and that's it. We are removing, unpinning. It's been up for 37 minutes or so. David, I don't know if you remember what I was talking about an anti-cubic Viper switchwire. I completely scrapped that idea. I ended up getting a P1S with an AMS. Hey, a P1S with an AMS is a hell of a lot easier to get up and running, man. Thank you, Lex. I wasn't being a-hole about June. It's March tomorrow, and your builds are stream time limited compared to Steve and Nero. Yeah, no, you're probably right, Phil. Because I don't think, as far as I'm aware, the Milo isn't going to be shipping till end of March, beginning of April, anyway. And so if we start in April, you know, April to May. You're probably right. I'm being overly optimistic and you're being realistic. So you're not wrong. Hey, hey Dutch. I'll be building a Milo as well later this spring. Looking forward to it and using it for cool projects. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, me too. I'm just looking forward to having like different machines. I've got two CNCs in the garage, but having a mill will be fun. And again, the fact that it's got a lot of printed parts and there's modability and upgradability, I feel like it's just gonna be fun to see what we can do with it. And I'm excited to learn more. So, okay, enough of me delaying this. Let me drop. We got 128 people in this giveaway. Okay, that looks fine. Also, we were talking
from Needs 3DP, currently looking for a good storage solution for filament. Anyone with an enclosure solution for a dusty environment?
Thank you very much for the donation. Currently, I'm looking for a good storage solution for filament. Anyone with an enclosure solution for a dusty environment? I don't know. You probably saw what Nappen showed me or what I'm building, right? Which is the 3 IKEA Billy bookcases with the. I'm going to be printing out or getting conduit, cutting conduit down. Covering the conduit so it looks a little bit nicer. And I'm not enclosing it, but they do actually make glass doors for the entire bookcase. The glass doors were somewhat pricey compared to the actual bookcase being fairly inexpensive, but that's something that might be worth looking into. The only other things I know of are like rep boxes, which are fine and look nice, but that's a very small amount of filament compared to something like a full bookcase. Okay, let's do this. I think what I was saying was we were talking about me building a fence, and I ended up ordering all of the vinyl for the 4-foot fence, and then I was gonna rent an auger, which is just a hole digging machine. But the price of renting it for one day was $111, and I ended up finding a 12-inch diameter gas-powered one for $50 more, so I bought an auger. I have no idea how it's gonna go. I figured I'd use it for this project, and if I don't end up needing it again, I'll sell it locally for like half the price, which is still cheaper than renting, and I don't have to rush myself. Like if I've never worked with concrete before either, so if the concrete's taking longer to set or whatever, I can drag it out for multiple days versus renting it for 24 hours and having to get the whole project done in that window. So for anyone that was wondering, because we did talk about that the other day. All right, we got 128 entries. Fence pole digging business. Yeah, there you go. If nothing else works out, I've got an auger, and I've got the experience of a person that's dug up one fence. I had 2 friends that have looked to rent an auger for putting in a fence. Both ended up buying. That's funny. Yeah, I was looking at it, and the one that Home Depot has, I think it was 6 to 8 inch diameter holes, but I'm doing 5-inch by 5-inch vinyl fencing. And according to the manufacturer, you need a 12-inch hole. So that way you can do, I think it was 160 pounds of concrete per post. So I was like, well, I have to order the bigger one from Home Depot. And then, yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys know how it goes. If one day, we're streaming and I can't move my arms, it's because the auger won the fight. I'm hoping it won't be terrible with our soil, but who knows? Anyways, let's get into the drawing. Thank you to Polymaker for allowing us to give away a spool every single week. I am hoping, I reached out to Polymaker. I'm hoping to use some of their filament for the Milo, but I have a ton of Polymaker filament, but of course not enough for what is needed for Milo in the same colors. So hopefully I will be able to print out in their filament and show you guys, again, some cool colors. I'm thinking maybe Galaxy for one, like the accent color, and then just I don't know. I think I was doing Galaxy for the primary in black, and then a colored non-glittery one. But if you have not entered into one of our giveaways, it's anywhere in the world. The winner will get an email from me within 24 hours, and that will have a form where you'll just put in your information about who you are, where you won, and Polymaker will then send you a gift card where you can either purchase a spool of filament or if you want like one of the premium glass or carbon or some specialty filament, you can use the gift card as sort of like a discount off of the total cost and then, you know, pay the difference. So it's a pretty cool program. Alrighty, so it's February 28th. It is the last stream of the month. How many times are we shuffling today? Let's do from, it's 29 days. Why don't we do 29 shuffles? It's a leap year. We're doing that. 29 shuffles is what we're going for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, yeah, zombie got it. This is something me and Zombie can agree on. All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Good luck, everybody. Tony Ham, you are our winner. Congratulations. Let's do, what sounds do we have that are appropriate for this? We'll do Hadouken. Congratulations, you are our winner. So I will send you an email again, probably tonight. Aaron's working, so I'm on Jack duty. Once Jack goes down to nap, I'll get some stuff done. So I'll send you an email tonight, and you will fill out the form, and then Polymaker will get you your gift card. So congratulations, and thank you everybody for entering in. Any progress? Any progress on what, Zombie? All right, let's get our last 3 wires installed, and then we can flash this. We're looking in good shape to at least be able to power and move things today. I want to print something, but I guess worst case scenario, the recap stream will be our final print and chill stream. Okay. Yeah, let's just crimp all of these. Oh, the wiring getting there. Yes. We are making good progress. I don't know where I'm going to plug probe into though. I think probe probably just needs its own signal pin, so I'm wondering if we can just take it from the BL Touch. From the BL Touch port, sorry, I didn't finish my thought. Yeah, inductive probe at least for now. I think we'll probably end up using the eddy sensor. If it ever comes out. I don't really know at this point what the deal is. I think I mentioned last week that I'd reached out to the main contact I usually talk with at Big Tree Tech, and was basically given the update of no update for now. So, please, before powering, you need to earth the frame. I don't know that I earthed my... I don't even know if we've earthed my switch wire, the one that we've been using for a couple of years. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? F5. I just found an extra I don't know what F5 is. Hey man, the croc. Not a whole lot. I mean, we're making pretty good progress here. We have like 4. We just found a mystery wire, so I thought we had 3 wires left. We got 4 wires left. So we're gonna quickly plug in we're gonna quickly plug in our 5 volts. I just got, oh, it's a filament sensor. So that's just an extra, that's not used. There's no filament sensor on this. I just got a notification. I don't know what that was. Let me see, maybe it was, did you guys hear that? It was like, it sounded like a member, maybe? Let me log in really quick to the Stream Element stuff. Yeah, so it's just an extra wire that I might not even plug that in for now. I don't think well, there probably will be a filament sensor at some point, but that will be later on. Yeah, Kevin, I don't know why I didn't see it pop up on screen. I certainly don't see it here, but Kevin, thank you for becoming a member. It says Kevin Merriman. Let's do, sure, I thought I heard something. I know I'm a little, a little off of sometimes. Okay. Standard desktop. Nope, that's not right. That's not a camera. Okay. Here was what I'm looking for. So RGB is right next to this, and we've got 5 volt on top, then our signal. So we need, okay. Let's grab a connector. 5 volts is on top. And this is going in this way, so you are 5 volts, like that, and you are LED going right here. Okay. This is a rat's nest. Okay. So filament sensor again, I'm not gonna plug that in for right now, but we certainly need our probe. BL Touch has a connection here. I would think we can just steal PA6. I would think we could just use PA6 from it. That's the only, I don't see another dedicated probe port. They didn't have a stepper driver, so I had to. Hey, Raheem, how's it going? I used my F asked for a chamber thermistor on top of this. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's a good use of it. If you're using the Omni probe, you'll need a 24 volt and diode. Oh, 24 volt diode. Yeah, 24 volts it's already got because it's sharing, everything plugged into that board is sharing a common 24 volts. But yeah, I think we can just take PA6 from BL Touch. I can't tell if it's the same size. The slot looks slightly smaller. Nope, it's not. Okay, so yeah, let's just do that. See, we're not using you, so we just need you. Yeah, we'll take PA6. Some boards have a probe port with the diode built in. Yeah, I don't see that on here. Motherboard Fan, SPI, we've got all of our all our steppers. Oh, there's 2 motherboard fans. Interesting. Power detection, which I think is for the I think power detection lets you use their oh gosh, not SSR. It's a the MOSFET to turn off the power supply. I'm pretty sure. A CAN bus fan. I mean, I think that's all we've got is the BL Touch port. So we'll try PA6 and see if that works for what we need. If not, we can change it. And nice is saying before I power it on to ground the frame, which I imagine we aren't grounded now because the power supply itself is isolated. Let me grab my multimeter really quick. How would I even, much of the frame isn't actually exposed. Yeah, so we're not grounded. So where is the best place to ground this? I'll probably just ground it right here. We've got, oops. Zombie means on the toolhead board. Wait, some boards have a probe port. Oh, gotcha. What did SIBOOR say in the docs for it? We'll check real quick. Yeah, for here, probe is just going into this connector. Wait, yeah, it's just going into this connector, so. Maybe we've already got it in the toolhead board. I think we do already have it board. Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. If you can feed 24 into a 5-volt signal pin. It looks like they're hooking up their 5 volts right next to it. We'll give it a go. Yes, it's on the toolhead board. Okay. Yeah, we'll see how it goes then. Ground it to the PSU mount screw into the rail. But this is coated. This is coated. The you know, it's powder coated, so it wouldn't, unless I scratched off some of the coating, it wouldn't actually touch the metal. I think we just use this. This bolt right here should be fine. I'll just grab a. Let me see what we have. Do we have any ring connectors here? That's for LEDs. Yeah, I'll just take one of these. There's extra wire. So I'll basically just plug this into ground and see if it'll fit where this bolt is right here. Use the M3 holder already drilled near the slot that's in the cutout. Oh, you're saying this guy right here? It's not threaded though, is it? If that's threaded, that will be easier than having to remove the big bolt. such a rat's nest. Yeah, let me grab a let me grab a screw. Oh. M3, probably M310 should be plenty for this. That's what I use. Oh, cool. So, see if I can at least show this a little bit. We're gonna try to use, there's a little hole right here that sounds like it's pre-threaded for M3. Let's see if that's the case. Might be too big of a damn screw. Let's see. Yeah, that does appear to work. I don't know. I have like round, because these are just spade connectors, and I got round ones somewhere. I just don't know where. So we'll use, at least for now, I'm just going to use this. Where did I put? Okay, where did I where did I put the black cable, guys? The one that I was just holding. Here, this is what we're using. What label maker are you using? None of these are me. These are from SIBOOR. You know what? Let's get a washer as well. These are from SIBOOR. My label maker, I haven't done. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I haven't done heat inserts with it. I bought the cartridges. It threw an error. And then someone told me, I think it was Kenny, told me there's a way to get it to work. Use a washer. Yeah, yep. I was like, we need a little. Ideally, I wouldn't be using a. Is it spade or a fork I'm using? I don't know, but yeah, ideally I'd be using a round one that can lock around this screw. But let me check if I've got one. I think I would have put them in here. So I'd rather just do it right if we've got it. Yeah, it looks right. Sweet. Ta-da! We're gonna use one of these instead. That way there's no risk of it accidentally slipping out. The next question though is, where the heck are my? Where is my crimp for them? This is it. Got it. Okay. So we are cutting. I don't know where my cutters are. We're cutting the head off of this guy, getting our strippers, and we are pulling that much. Okay, that is too big. There we go. That's about right. And have the wire go towards the center so it doesn't get knocked and you can get the cable cover. And this goes in here like so. And we are closing that down. And we're good. I should probably shorten this at some point, but for right now we won't do that. And I think I don't know how that cable cover is gonna sit actually. Damn it. Getting the strippers. I need to stick around. This is Modbot after hours. Things get dicey. Okay. So if I have this like this, I don't know whether it'll be problematic for me I don't know if it'll be problematic for me getting the little plastic cover, and we'll just do this for now. Let's screw this in like this. I'll cross that bridge later. All right. Let's loosen this guy. Nope. Screwdriver. We are so close to powering this on. Although we need to flash our image. We need to flash mainsail OS. Okay. Come on, guy. There we go. Ideally, I would use Wagos for this and not shove two of these under one screw terminal. So I might end up printing out a small little Wago holder so I can pop these in right here or something. I don't really love doing this, but for right now, this is what we're rolling with. Okay. So now, if I did this correctly, okay, I should have ground here and I should be able to touch on the frame. Let's see. Yeah. All the way top. Yeah, we're grounded. The prison flash. It's a wild day. It's a leap year. I don't know what to say, guys and gals. Okay. So the next fun thing will be figuring out where I've got a micro SD card that we can get this set up with. So let's go desktop. Let's go to the instructions. These actually. Boop. Okay. Ooh, there's an eMMC version? I don't think I've got that on my Screen 4. Download OS image. Wait, I'm confused. Can I not just flash mainsail OS like I normally would? I was under the impression I could just go here. Go to choose OS, specific purpose OS, 3D printing, and go to mainsail OS. Is that not Orange Pi, Raspberry Pi? Is that not the case? Has anyone used, this is my first time using a CM4, so it's not a CM4 Lite. When using CM4, download the image of Filament directly. Okay, also you can download a pure OS image, so I should be fine with that then. And I imagine it's gonna be 64-bit. Yeah, we should be good with that. Let me grab now, man, I don't know where I've got a micro SD card that's going to be big enough. You know what? Wasn't this machine already in use? Did I not have no micro SD card there? No micro SD card there. So clearly not. What is this? Okay, so we've got 128 megabyte one. Isn't 32-bit still advised? Is it? Steal it from the bamboo printer. I think I've already done that. The strange thing is, I know I think this is where one of them is. Yes! I knew I was just using one the other day. I missed a couple of streams and now we have a full... We're getting there. 128 megabyte or gigabyte, I don't think. Yeah, I meant for just flashing the MCU. That definitely won't work for the full OS. I found an 8 gigabyte one. Everyone is going to use 32. Okay, we'll do 32. I don't remember actually choosing that normally, so that's kind of odd to me in itself. I don't remember having to go through this normally. Maybe I have. Okay, let's plug in Where is our reader? Hey, Daniel. Yeah, we've definitely made some really good progress. Between now and the stream we're doing in 4 weeks from now, where we're going to be putting the panels on, I'll be doing some cleanup and a few little things here and there. What the heck? There we go. Plug you in like this. Okay, I'm gonna really quickly, I don't think it's gonna show, I don't remember if it's gonna show my Wi-Fi credentials. Let me see if I go here, enable SSH, full, set username and password. All right, we'll go username modbot and password there. What just happened? Oops, crap. Okay, configure wireless LAN. Yes, that looks correct. No. Yes. Wireless country. Okay, hopefully this works. I've definitely flashed a few cards and it errors out on me. Yep. Okie doke. Please insert a drive. Yeah, doing this thing. All right, hopefully we're getting close. Always 64-bit. Wait, why did someone say? I don't know Linux, but Windows you only need 64-bit if you have more than 4 gigs of RAM. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've done 64 in the past. I honestly don't remember. I haven't flashed, I don't think Mainsail OS using this in quite a while, because the last build we did was the Trident, and the Trident was using the Orange Pi that came pre-flashed, right? So I didn't have to do anything with that. And what did we build before the Trident? We built the VZBot, and I don't remember that one, how we did that one. That was using Raspberry Pi, so I think we probably would have done it like that. But since I was streaming with Steve, we probably just followed what Steve did in that instance. And then, yeah, we've used a few different image types. I just can't remember. 4 GB limit is due to working with 4 GB files though, so 32 doesn't matter. Mainsail OS is 64-bit now. What are the specs on this? So this is a RPI CM4 Lite R1-3 Raspberry Pi Compute Module 4. So I don't know. Let me quickly see if I go under my order history, if I can figure out what I bought when I bought them. Receipt for your food, no. Raspberry Pi order. Okay, Pi Shop. So what did I buy from Pi Shop? I bought a Pi 20W, so that wasn't it. Then I bought a Compute Module 4 wireless 2 GB Lite. So that's what I bought, 2 of them. So yeah, it's 2 GB of RAM. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. It'll be fine. 4 GB limits to working. In fact, we're arguing over both means. Yeah, we'll be fine. The CM4 is 64 bits, whatever you're doing is just fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. We're at 54%. So I'd love to get this into the printer, SSH in, like power it on, hopefully nothing bad happens when we power it on, SSH into the board, create the clipper bin file, flash that over to the board, and then look at the config for a second. Whatever the default config is they provide, make the obvious changes that we see right away, and then just start going through the initial check and the initial startup stuff and see how far we can make it into there. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed so I don't run into any issues with the verification stage. I don't get it. Like the amount of times I run it and it verifies and fails, and then I just run it again, it works fine, is more common than I would think. I don't know what the reasoning is, but it seems to happen fairly often. Ah. Cold brew. The next project, the next big project will be Milo. We're doing, I mentioned a few in between stuff. So we're doing 2 streams that will be printer unboxing, first time setup, tear apart, whatever we want to do. We'll dive into the 2 Trees SK1, and it's the Comgrow T300. So both clipper printers, one's Core XY, one's bed slinger, but pretty beefy looking bed slinger. I'm pretty excited to play around with it actually. And in between that, we're building the Stealth Press, which is a heat insert, like a heat insert tool that uses Voron parts. So KB3D as well as the project's creator are going to be sponsoring one giveaway kit globally too, which will be fun. Ooh, cold brew. I don't know if I have a favorite. So I bought the little cold brew thing that they sell on Amazon, which is basically just like a pitcher with a built-in, like it gives enough of a cavity inside to fill it with the cold brew, and then it filters it out really nicely. So when we first got that, I was ordering quite a few different bags of cold brew off of Amazon, just trying different ones. And the one, this is just bought, like Aaron, I haven't been ordering the grounds lately. So this is stock. And I was having it a lot with some vanilla creamer, but lately I've just been having it black and it's been fantastic. So the one I'm having right now, I'm pretty sure is this one, not too sweet. I've really been enjoying that. But yeah, I think that they sell their grounds as well. And so I've made a few myself and they've all been pretty good. But yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite. I kind of like everything I've tried so far. While we have time, did you see that Mandela Roseworks is shipping 6mm beds for the K1 Max? I did hear that from somebody. I don't know if I was just lurking or someone told me that previously. I think that's awesome. I think they're pricey, right? I think they're like $200. Mandela Roseworks. Oops. I don't know if I really want to put any more into the K1 Max. There's an extruder I might be throwing into it, but that's probably where am I looking here? There's a huge truck outside our house. There we go. Okay, so 148. If I end up holding on to the K1 Max long term, maybe I'll pick one of these up. But I did print nearly all the parts for this build out on the K1 Max, and although the bed's still not great, I've got it in a much better place. By shimming it and such. I don't think I'm ready to learn CNC. Yeah, Lightburn's working on our CNC software, MillMage, and so I don't know when that's releasing exactly, but I'm going to be making a lot of tutorial videos for the software as part of my job, as part of my day job. I work for Lightburn, and so I need to get some hours under my belt with various CNC machines. So as far as I'm aware, Milo will be compatible. I think it's just using standard G-code, so that'll be fun. You said giveaway for what? Oh, KB3D is going to be giving away a Stealth Press kit along with the creator of Stealth Press. That'll be international shipping. That'll be in 2 weeks from today. I might need to take some time. I might need to make some when I'm building my Boron 2.4. Make some cold brew. That's what I drink. The green unsweetened one. Oh. Let me go back. Bold and smooth. Is that the one? I don't know if I've had that one. No, unsweetened. So maybe there's a version of this that's unsweetened? Bold and smooth, but unsweetened? I'm legit drinking a stock ice brew coffee. They're really yummy. They're really good. Kelly wants a whole video on the issues with my K1C. I send them my review video. That's amazing. What's the latest on that? Are you still dealing with trying to get them to take the machine back, or you're beyond that and now they just want some help with diagnosing things further? Those couple of $100 upgrades can add up super quick. Before you know it, you spend a whole other... Yeah, exactly. And like, there's quite a few things I've got my eyes on in terms of builds. And so it's one thing, again, like if a company's sending it, then I'm like, if I have the time and the bandwidth, the thing I'm interested in, typically I'll say, okay, sure. But if it's something that I'm going out and picking up, like I don't know that that's what I want to go with. There's a few other things I'm looking at project-wise that I'm probably going to spend a fair bit on, and I have to be picky and choosy on what I'm going with here. No, Mill Mage. Mage, like a wizard. Mill Mage. Yeah, they add up really quickly, PC. So I think nothing beats my monster mango. I don't do monsters anymore. After the doctor told me like a year ago that I was pre-diabetic, I cut out energy drinks completely. I think I was doing unsweetened. Is that even a thing? Was I doing unsweetened ones for a bit? I don't know. I loved my monsters. I was doing them like once. I was drinking them like once a week for streams, and very much like ramped up my energy. And then I would usually crash a couple hours in. But yeah, I haven't really. I don't think I've had an energy drink. I don't think I've had an energy drink in like well over a year at this point. I think we can all relate to that. Yeah, there's so many things like, I want to do that. Yeah. Oh, did it work? Tell me it worked. Yes! Woohoo! We didn't get the error. You know what? It's not this. I usually get. What's the other? What's the other disk image writing utility that is used often? That's the one that I always get errors on. It's called Etcher. Etcher is what usually gives me the errors. Okay, so let's unplug this. Let's plug it into yeah, Balena Etcher. Yeah, that for some reason it's Etcher. I don't know what the deal is. I like the software. I just don't like that the verification seems to always fail. All right, so this is MCU cards up top. So we don't want that. We want down below. Oh, just such an awkward. This is so awkward. I don't think that's the right way. I think it needs to go, yep, like this. Come on. Come on. I need, oh, we did it. We did it. And this one doesn't go in very far. This is a sketchy one. Okay, so let's not damage the socket. That's as far as it goes in. This is my biggest gripe about this. Like that's all the way in right there. That is asking to be broken off. I biggest complaint about this board. I like this board. I can't understand why they couldn't have designed it slightly different for that. Okay, let's grab power cable, steal it from the V-Minion. It's doing some testing or some printing out on the V-Minion. Okay, so we're just gonna plug it on laying down. There's not much to see. Let's plug it in like this. The screen's not gonna light up because, well, we don't have the screen plugged in. Although, yeah, no, we don't. All right, here we go. Here we go. Someone is calling me again. Same number. I don't think this is spam. I'm still not gonna answer. Okay, what board is this? This is the E3EZ, is what it's called from Big Tree Tech. If I had drinking that monster that I used to have, there's no way I would have had the stability to get that micro SD card into that slot. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Fingers crossed, everybody. Okay. There's a light on the power supply. There's a light on the board. So let's see what happens. Oh yeah, belts are my nemesis, man. At least Core XY. Nah, even Cartesian, man. Just routing them is just. Oof. Okay, I got a voicemail, so let's listen to the voicemail really quick. 2 hours ago, I got one too. Oh, it's the fence. It's the fence guy.
Swing by.
Yep. I'm gonna call him really quick. 1 second, everybody. I need to get this fence fixed. I'm back. Yeah, no, fence isn't delayed. He's gonna come by in the morning. Tomorrow, so the house has irrigation. I think we talked about this. Let me multitask. Let me look up what the IP is if I see on the network. So the house has irrigation in the front yard, nothing in the back. So I'm paying the landscaper that did the front yard to basically run a main line from the front to the back. And the reason why I don't want to do that myself is there's ground cover and rock all over it. So having to tear through that while he's got a machine, like he's basically gonna go to the side and it's gonna shove, it's a flexible tube, not PVC, a 1-inch pipe all the way down to the back. And then because they only ran the wires, it's an 8-zone sprinkler system. And they ran 5 wires to the front solenoids, but they're only using 2 of them. But I need to now get wires to the backyard where this main line's gonna be. So he's also gonna be running, he's only charging me material costs, but he's gonna be running another 5 wire from the sprinkler box to the backyard and just leaving them there. I'm gonna be the one that's deciding like how we want the backyard layout. And then the game plan is I'm digging all the trenches, I'm running the pipe, I'm installing the solenoids. I've never done it, but I'm like, I feel comfortable doing that. It's just this, I'm like, you've got the big machine. I'd rather you run the main line versus me trying to get underneath all of this rock. So anyways, that's what's happening. 12-inch pepperoni. Yeah, that was the pizza guy. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, because they're still out here working on the neighborhood. I wanted to get this addressed so that way when the weather's a little bit better, then I can map out and start digging some trenches and laying down some PVC. I very much so enjoy like landscape gardening type stuff. I always have, so I want to do as much of it as I possibly can. Okay, anyways, let's get back to where we were. So we were, don't see it. I don't see it on. I don't see it on the network. There's no LED, there's no status of any sort on the CM4, is there? All right, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's see if there's something I missed. Okay. Wait a minute. Is it possible that it's not going to be called? I wonder if it's just called something different because of the way this board's set up. CM4 doesn't have a status light, but it might just need the external antenna to reach the Wi-Fi network, which are turning off and turning back on again. I'm wondering. I would think it would be. So Express if is usually a ESP32. MKS Pi is not it. That's a different machine. Who's out? What is this? There's no IP address on this. Install the SSH, insert microSD card in 3, and wait for the system to load power on approximately 1 to 2 minutes. The device will automatically be assigned an IP address for successfully connecting the network. And find the name. IP name fluid mainsail. Yeah, so it should be called what it's called here. I can see if I've got an antenna. Really, I thought it was a no external needed on CM4. Sort by time connected. I don't have very many. It might be resizing the SD card. That takes ages. Last time I did one of these, it's possible. It's only an 8 GB SD card. I know that sometimes the first time it does take a fair bit longer, but I should see mainsail. Still not seeing it. I'll give it another minute. It's definitely not on the network right now. That's funny. Now this one is actually nice. Said be careful for spam. This is actually spam. I get a spam call every single day, at least once a day, from a guy that's been trying to solicit web work. It's only 8 gigabytes. Look at the D3. What's the last address assigned? I missed did you set the custom stuff for the printer name, etc.? I didn't set the custom stuff for the printer name. All I set was an SSH login and password and verified that the Wi-Fi credentials were set correctly. So let me check. I'm gonna check. We're gonna do a couple things here. All right. Last thing, I'm opening up opening this up one last time to see if I see it. I don't see it. Okay, I'm gonna kill this. Okay, I'm gonna unplug it. I'm gonna try it one more time. I've definitely had it before where the second time it did work. No need for jumpers. I just use this board. There's jumpers if I remember. Let me think. All right, let's try this one more time. If you enter the printer with the default mainsail DNS name, it will cause you hassle. I don't have one plugged in on the network right now. I did, yeah, I set US. I know that can be an issue. So yeah, I did set US, that should be correct. I know, Phil, you're saying I don't need an antenna, but just for fun, let me see if I've got one from a CM4. If I do, we can at least eliminate that pretty quickly as being an issue. I've also got full-blown Raspberry Pis. Where is... I don't even know where the heck I would have put the CM4s. You know what I do have? I've got this big old antenna. Here we go. This is from the Trident, from the Orange Pi. So this is a big antenna. Did I type something in wrong? Possible. Amazon Android. Yeah, it's still not showing up. I have a hard time believing that it wouldn't be able to be picked up by the router. I mean, it's like we're talking 4 feet away from each other right now. You can check the SD card into a conventional Pi and test if it's working there. I could do that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm sad I have to remove my Pi, but let's do that. I've got a... Let me just go grab really quickly a Pi 4. Let's see, you are a not Pi 4. You are a Pi 4. Okay. Micro SD card is going into the Pi. And let's grab power from down here. Let's just steal it from there, I guess. Actually, I need to unplug all this crap. There we go. Okay. We are plugging in. We've got status LED lights on. We'll give this a minute and then we'll check. We'll check to see. Yeah, I wish there was a status LED. This is my first time using a CM4. I just figured, heck, I've got, you know, a few Manta boards and some of the CD ones have been spotty. So once these were available at retail price, I was like, yeah, I'll pick up a couple of them. But yeah, I've never used them before, so. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue with the micro SD card, but let me see if any of the other Pis I have in here have a micro SD card in them I can steal, because if that's the case, then I can get another. Here we go. Here we go. 8 gigabytes. Yeah. Let me get another one going. Let's see. Who knows? I must be everyone's favorite part of printer book. I will say, like, we've gotten pretty lucky. I don't feel like normally maybe I'm just not remembering, but I don't think that normally we've had a whole lot of issues with this. We got a second one going too. It is odd to me though that again it's not saying it can't be reached. Still on the network. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, we'll see if the second one does better. Default's what? Raspberry.local? I don't know. On first boot, the Pi has to expand the storage volume, configure SSH and all the stuff. I've had issues with new images hanging doing this stuff recently. I had this issue, it looks pretty perpendicular to me. Oh, it's Pi. It's just Pi.local. I've had this issue a long time ago. I don't think is it Pi.local? I had this issue with, Octoprint. I remember Octoprint, I mean, years and years ago, where I was having some pretty big issues with the first boot. Like, sometimes I would do the exact same thing. I'd flash it over again 2-3 times and it would finally work. Sometimes it would just take time. Like, it would take 20 minutes and all of a sudden it would start working. So, but I haven't had that problem in a long time. So this is odd to me. Let's go try SSH like Zombie said, 192.168.160.101. 101. Looks like that's working. Huh. So we're able to SSH into it. For some reason, it's the web interface that's just not loading. And this is a Pi 4, a brand new Pi 4. Was there an issue with installing? I wonder if there was an issue with an installation or something. Let me go into Kaya and see what it shows as far as status goes. Is it 192.168? It's 160. Yeah, it's 160. What? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I didn't do .4. All right, we're gonna copy. We're not typing it. There we go. Main cell installed. Weird. I don't know. Oh my god. Are you serious? No, you. Oh, it's always user error, even when it's not. All right. Okay, so we know that this image file works. So let's shut this down. Let's plug this back into our CM4, and let's see if we can get this to power on. The cold brew isn't working. I repeat, the cold brew is not working. Okay, unplug. Let's see if we can surgically install this under here. I'll make sure I fully insert it. I just have like PTSD from the board I damaged because of it just doesn't. Yeah, that's all the way in. And again, this says MCU card, so host should be on the bottom. That's the only other place. Okay, let's give this one more go. Boom. We have power. The squirrels did it. I can't believe I said 192.168.160 like 4 times out loud while typing in the wrong freaking number. Did you flash Clipper? No, I haven't flash Clipper on the Bitch Manta. But it should still provide power to, it should still be providing power to it, so that way the CM4 gets power and puts out its connection, so that way I can, you know, SSH into it in Flash Clipper. So this should work. Yeah, I certainly don't see it again on here. So what I might end up doing, if it doesn't show up in a second here, is turning it off, and then we'll try the antenna. Yeah, I'll give it like 2 minutes, and then we'll try the antenna. Did you, Bitchy, can it play Doom? But can it play Doom? Yes, I'm sure it can. Also reseat CM4. I can do that. Hi. What's up, big dog? We're trying to get this thing connected. Take a jack break. What's up, big guy? Almost 1 year old. He'll be 1 by next stream. Did you comb his hair?
I did. You look nice.
He looks super handsome.
Super handsome.
All right, we're gonna take a jack break for 2 minutes here. Come here, Jack. He's like, it's not working, buddy, and part of it's Dad's fault. And part of it's, is that a microphone? Ugh. Is that you? Who's that handsome guy over there? That's you, dude. The thing's not working the way it's supposed to, huh? It smoked? No. No. That smoked.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Not today. A couple days ago. No smoke today. No smoke today. Can you say no smoke today? No.
No.
Playing with the microphone. Boop boop. No smoke. No smoke. Daddy, no smoke.
Yeah.
He'll get it working. Yeah. The technician has arrived. Huh? What do you think? Is it my wiring? Huh? Is it the firmware? I don't know what it is, kiddo. Huh? Probably Daddy's fault. No? No.
Saying plenty of no.
I know.
Bucky. Yes.
Yes. Yes. You like banana? Tell Zombie you like bananas? He said bananas are yummy. Huh? Yummy, big guy. Alright. Alright, Daddy's gotta get back to it. We'll hang out though. Mommy's got working a little bit and we'll hang out. He's so handsome. Hey, you're pulling on the microphone, kid. You're pulling on the microphone. He says, I love you. He doesn't want to let go.
No.
I love you. I'm gonna be down in just a little bit, okay? And then we're gonna hang out for some hours, okay? You got him? I love you, kiddo.
Back to the usual.
Oh. Banana. Who is that? He's got the same, it's a callus? Calic. Calluses are on your hand. Right? Calluses are what you get on your skin, like rough guy. He's got the same calic as me right here on the back of his head, which gives him cockatoo hair. Nobody with taste buds like bananas. I like banana smoothies a lot. Banana smoothies are really good. And also, when my mom was out here, she made, what was it? It was like it was peanut butter, almond milk, banana smoothies, or shakes, or whatever, and those were delicious. Okay, let's check this one last time, and then we're gonna turn it off. Yeah, it's not on the network. He looks awesome. Is the weather outside nice? Yeah. All right, maybe I'll walk him then if once you guys leave. Oh, fence guy's coming by tomorrow morning to put concrete around that post. So it's been a busy morning. Okay. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do, I turned it off. I'm gonna unplug the CM4. I don't think I seated it incorrectly because there's really only one direction it can go and it snapped on. It's actually a nightmare to get off with the way this is. Let me see here. Thank you for the banana zombie and Mana the Croc. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jack really likes banana. I don't like taking this off like this, but there's not really a good way to do it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so I am going to be hooking up the Orange Pi antenna. Someone else knows how to send a sticker. Oh, different bananas. So yeah, this is the antenna that's off the Orange Pi. I took the Orange Pi out of the Trident when the main board died and threw a Pi in there. So okay, so we've got this antenna on. So this will rule out whether it's an antenna thing. And directionally, this is the only way this can go. The holes have to line up. Kind of, okay, the holes are lined up perfectly. And we're gonna press, I'm gonna just go around and make sure it's seated on both sides. Okay, that is in, it is in. I've confirmed. All right, so let's power this on one more time. I guess we won't know though whether it was the antenna or me not having it seated correctly, but I think it was seated correctly. Flipping the switch. Okay, we got power again. I had the same problem when I was installing my Big Tree Tech Pi 1.2. No antenna equals no connection. I know that's the case. Like that happened with us on the. It was the Big Tree Tech Nami. I think it was the V2. The V1 doesn't have an antenna, if I'm not mistaken, but the V2 does have an antenna. And even though I was really close to the router, I could not get a signal. Threw the antenna on, bam, signal. So hopefully this does it. I mean, I guess I don't care if it has to have a little antenna in here somewhere, you know, propped up. I don't know what I'll do with it, but just leave it kind of there. I've seen a few of these live stream 3D printing builds, but I must say you are really likable. This is relaxing. Well, thank you very much. The goal of these is 100% to just sort of hang out, have a good time, have fun building things. If it helps people, that's a huge plus. I mean, it started off because I had a few people, well, quite a few, reaching out over the years on the main channel saying like, oh, I'm getting frustrated because that's happening. Like how, like, you know, watching your videos, like you're always getting these things working and you have nice prints. And in my head, like in that moment or in those moments, I realized, man, people think that like I don't run into issues. I'm like, I spend hours and hours troubleshooting things all the time. And this is a very condensed 8 to 10 minutes of that. And so that was a big push for me to like show that, no, I run into issues all the freaking time. Like I'm running into issues more than I'm not running into issues. It's just the name of the, it's the way it is when you're building and tinkering with things. And so, yeah, that was sort of the original purpose of this, was to show that it's fine, things happen and we'll get through it, so. Hey, I had the same issue with my Nami too. Did you see the dummy 13 I made with it? No. I'd love to see it. Send me a photo. I know you were talking about Nami. I think you said you were gonna be doing a live stream on it, but I never saw any info or update. The hearty laugh is heartwarming. Yeah, just, we have fun. We definitely have fun. I'm not seeing it still. So I'm confused. Do I have a bad CM4? I don't think I've ever had a bad Raspberry Pi. Does Raspberry Pi make products that have issues? I feel like they're always really solid. Yeah, I'm still not seeing it, and that's with, I have another CM4. we can swap CM4s, and if that doesn't work, I'm at a loss, guys. I really don't know. Maybe we go back to the CB1 at that point. Playing musical chairs with this printer. Yeah, I've got one more right here. The same exact thing. So we'll let this sit for 2 more minutes, and then it's clearly not the micro SD card, because the micro SD card, we tried it in the, you know, I think it, is the micro SD card not seated correctly? to be seated correctly. That's the only, ooh, yeah, it's the only way. That's the only way it can go in. My CB1 V2.2 came with an antenna, no issues with the Manta M8 M5 MP5. What did we pull out of here? This is a 2.2 as well. So yeah, if we have to, we'll go back to this. We'll go back to this. May I ask you a dumb question? I'm thinking of converting a Neptune 4 into switchwire, but I'd like to keep the bed stock. I don't, regarding the serial number, I don't think that's a dumb question. I don't know the answer to it. I'm not sure. I've never seen like what, if there is like very rigid parameters of what defines getting a serial or not. Like for example, I know that is it the salad fork gives you a Trident serial, and I think that the Micron or Micron Plus gives you 2.4 serial. So there's clearly some leniency in that regard. I don't know regarding a switch wire or ender wire or any cubic wire. I don't know if you don't convert the bed. I mean, the bed, yeah, there is, I guess, a fair bit to the bed with the rails and the chain. So I don't know. That would be a question to maybe ask in the Voron Discord. Someone might be able to give you a better answer than me. Perhaps something to do with the board. Okay, while this is happening, I mean, we're half an hour into, I mean, I can't believe that this is the hiccup of the, I shouldn't be surprised. Like, this should very well, but let's see. I didn't see anything else. Let's run through documentation. Oh, come on. I can't. Why is this not? Okay, so it's not me. Are you blocking? There you go. You're blocking it. All right, let's make this a little bit bigger. Here we go, so we can all see it. Okay, starting here, we've got pinouts, USB power supply. After the picture tape Manta is powered up, the red light will light up, indicating power on. When using only USB, okay, that's if you're using a USB to power the board. We're not. Motor voltage, motor supply voltage, no. Stepper motor driver. Install the core board via. Oh, no. Okay, E3EZ. Pay attention to the direction is shown in the figure below. I mean, there's only one direction that you can get this guy in there, and that looks correct. So that's fine. We did that. We did that correctly. Okay, so that's just direction. As shown in the figure, the as shown in the figure below, the DP-DT switch slides to the right to connect to the UART pin of the core board, and slides to the left to connect to the USB OTG function of the core board. When sliding to the right, you can use the micro USB cable to connect with the computer. Then a CH3. So is this saying that if you have it slid to the right for USB, you can use an external board? That's what it sounds like it's saying to me. And it's slid to the left, which is what I would think we'd want. I'm assuming we're connecting via UART. Oh, that's weird that it says octopus. I don't know. It must have been a naming error. But yeah, this seems right to me. Left to connect the USB OTG function of the core board. And then, yeah, on the right would be if you're using an external board. So we should be good. BL touch, auto power relay, power loss recovery, RGB wiring. I don't think there's anything else. GPIO, Raspberry Pi usage. Download, great. Wait. The usage of CM4 is slightly different from the Raspberry Pi 3, 4, etc. CM4 needs to refer to the system settings section to enable the system's USB, DSI, and other interfaces. Yes, this is just that. It's all CM4. So this is saying CM4 Lite version. Raspberry Pi CM4. Insert micro SD card, choose OS, use custom, and select the image that you downloaded, which we're fine, because we didn't download an image. Instead, we used the built-in image. How does the E3 Easy handle the SD card? The manual says the micro SD card you're using is MCU. Ooh, wait. The manual says that it's MCU? MCU shows... It says the MCU card is up here on the top on mine. Where are you seeing that? MCU card's on top. I'm using, you can't even see it from here. It's on the underside of the board. But yeah, I mean, we've done this. We've done this. We got it. We didn't do the downloading thing because we used the OS or the image file built into Raspberry Pi. eMMC version will not run system for the micro SD card. I don't see. I would imagine I would know if I got the eMMC version, but let's rule this out really quick. Let me go to my Pi Shop config. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about eMMC. I would imagine it's not the eMMC version. PiShop.us. This is the exact name of the item I purchased. Oh, there's a CM. Let me see if I can find this 1 second. There we go. CM4. I got it. Okay, let's just search it here. So this is the one I've got. I don't think there's any eMMC on here. Yeah, it would say eMMC in it. So mine's not an eMMC version, so that's not the issue either. I just started watching a couple minutes ago. What is the problem we're trying to fix? It's not showing up on the network, basically. I got Mainsail OS, flashed it, plugged it in to the Clipper host port on this board, powered it on, it's not showing up. We've taken the SD card out and put it in a Raspberry Pi that's not the CM4, and it popped right up, so we know that the micro SD card's good. So it's something to do with hardware. It seems like it's something to do with hardware. Measure the pin on the Pi, check for voltage, see if it's powered at all. I think I'm gonna swap. I haven't swapped, right? No. Let's swap. Big Tree Tech usage. I think we're gonna swap CM4s really quick just for fun since I have a second one. Yeah. Let me check one last time. Yeah, still not on the network, so we'll remove it. I would at this stage after the stream plug it into an amplifier via LAN cable and see if one LAN port lights up, and two will tell you. I've used the CM4 on this board, but mine is the eMMC version, so I'm not sure what's not working. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm wishing, at this point, I'm wishing I had just splurged for the eMMC version. Out at this stage after the stream, plug it into the amplifier via LAN cable. You mean an amplifier board for the CM4? Okay, antenna's plugged in. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that is on. I'm seriously wondering if it's something to do with that stinking micro SD card slot. I'm gonna spin it. I don't see how it could be the other direction, but let me just see how much it goes in this other direction with this SD card. I just want to I'm trying, like, I'm at the point now where I'm like throwing stuff at the wall. I really have no idea. No, it doesn't even slide in a little bit that way. So I definitely had it in the correct way. It's the correct port. Yeah, that's the right way. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, how does it connect to the MCU? Through like, it's essentially, I believe, USB. I believe it's USB. I mean, it's not physical USB, but they basically have it on the board. Let me see if it shows. USB, yeah. So they have you compile for USB. So there's like built-in USB on board is what they're using. Page 13. What's on page 13? Yeah, I'm 100% it's not spring loaded. It was, I made a video on this board, and my biggest complaint was that, yeah, we're not going anywhere, was with that bottom micro SD card slot because of how far it stuck out. And I've used this board, so like I know this board works. It was using the CB1 previously, so I definitely know it works. I'm at the point now where I'm like, maybe we should just CB1 it. Yeah, it feels wrong and it looks wrong. It looks like it should be spring loaded. It 100%, it tripped me out. It majorly tripped me out when I was testing this thing out. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't know why. We might be CB1-ing it. I don't have the little thermal pad anymore though, so that'll be fun. This is the E3E. It's funny because it's called the E3 Easy. I mean, it's called that because it says the easy drivers, but so far it's been really anything but easy. I'm blown away that there's a reset button, there's the switch again, which is if you're using an external micro SD card. TFT. I mean, we've swapped hardware, we've verified micro SD cards working, we've put antenna on it. Like, I don't know. I really don't know what else we could try. What is this CM4 that keeps trying to connect to my Wi-Fi? Yeah, it's freaking bizarre. I mean, and there wouldn't be an issue. There wouldn't be an issue for me having plugged it into the other Pi and then plugging it back into this one, right? I wouldn't think it would have done anything. Just for fun, let's try this. So this is the other micro SD card that just finished flashing, or it's been finished flashing. I pulled this out of a Pi. Let's throw this in here. Now, after this, we've swapped out everything. Like, everything has been... One second. This is a super awkward angle. There we go. Okay. We're in. Flipping it. Are all the dip switches set correctly? There isn't... I don't know what switches there are. The only switch that I've seen is the one up here. And this one says... I mean, we looked at it. Unless their documentation is backwards. This is the only switch I can really see, and it says, as shown in the figure below, the DP-DT switch slides to the right to connect to the UART pin of the core board. Wait, slides to the right to connect to the UART pin of the core board, and slides to the left to connect to the USB OTG function of the core board. When sliding to the right, you can use a micro USB cable to connect to the computer. Then a CH340 port will be identified. So that doesn't make any, to me, like, what? It should be slid to the left then. And slides to the left to connect to the USB OTG function. Is this the port you're talking about, Alvaro? We can try flipping the switch on this guy too. So let's see what happens in a minute or two. I haven't changed, like, I haven't flipped any switches, and that's the direction it was in with the CB1. And I don't see how it could have just gotten bumped. I don't see how it would have just gotten bumped. I named this one Enderwire.local. Honestly, I would check for some voltage on the Pi somewhere, otherwise something with the flat. What flat cable are you referring to? It's all in the board. There's no cable that I'm using. Is your test point 5 voltage? Is the supply voltage? Sorry, I don't know the test point. I've never been able to rely on custom name resolution. I've always has to use. Yeah, I've never really used that either. I just figured since I named it, I'd try it. Yeah, I don't think it's showing up. Okay, we'll kill power and we'll flip the switch. I don't see how it's that. It doesn't make it to me. It should be the opposite, and I've never touched that switch before, but what the heck, we'll do that. And then let me see. Troubleshooting CM4. Data sheet, white paper, design, flashing, setting up, bootloader, troubleshooting, attaching and enabling peripherals. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, LSC. We have to call it. We have like a hard cutoff in 10 minutes, but I'm glad you made it. We've been playing around with this CM4 for, man, like 50 minutes now. I just don't see, again, like we've swapped the CM4s now. I don't see how it could be a dead, like 2 dead CM4s back to back. I mean, they're from the same vendor, but I bet you if I throw the CB1 in, all right. Let's play around while this is doing its thing. Let's get a CB1 ready to rock and roll. At this point, I'm not sure. At this point, I might actually end up not using E3EZ and end up going with the SKR board that I have right here with the extended. I don't know at this point. I wanted to use it with a CM4. All right, so for the CB1, we want Clipper kernel. I'll download the full image. My good friend Belena Etcher. There's a status light on the, well, there's a light, like a power light on the, there's 2 lights on the actual board itself, but the CM4 doesn't have any, so I don't know what's going on with the CM4. Use minimal. You're saying use minimal so it's quicker, and then just install Kaya or something. It's fine, we can do minimal. I really just want to see if it shows up on the network. Nope. You can power and boot the Pi from the USB power with some jumpers. Okay. This is our last quick attempt because I gotta get going. Aaron's got work. I'll end up spending some time on this on my own. I'll update everybody next week. What if the CM4 doesn't receive power because the MCU doesn't know what to connect to? But you can't even flash the MCU until you've got power to, you can't even flash the MCU until you've got your Clipper host set up. Wait, what? In the manual, page 20, it says you cannot install. Are you serious? Wait. Page 20, cannot install Mainsfill. Where am I missing? This is for the eMMC version though, which we're not using. Plug the micro USB into the USB port of the computer. Yeah, this is for eMMC, but so where, I don't even see that, Luke. Where are you seeing that? On page 20, I don't see that. Oh, is it done? Or it's validating. When using CM4, download the image directly. Also, you can download a pure OS image. The usage of CM4 is slightly different. CM4 needs to refer to the system settings section. Wait, you're seeing something different? Hold on. No. If there's, I'd love. It's gotta be something stupid. It always is. Like I feel like most every time. And you're looking at E3EZ as well. Octopus, Pi, Octopus, Max Easy, SKR Mini E3, Easy Driver, Manta E3 Easy. Is this the one you're looking at, or is this different? This looks like the same. So this says Big Tree Tech Octopus. Do you have a link? Do you have a link to what you're looking at, Luke? If there's another manual, I definitely would like to see it. Because as far as the CM4 goes, I'm sort of, I don't know what else to try. Hey, Panzer. Yeah, I don't see anything else in the repository. Yeah, we can. I mean, we can do that as well, I guess. So, I've got 5 minutes. I don't even have time to. I'll have to play around with it after this. But yeah, Luke, do you have a link to the guide you're seeing? If you've got a different guide, I definitely would like to see it. It's the part about USB and DSI, I guess. CM4 on E3 Easy. This is with eMMC, so that won't apply the same way, but I'm still curious to see what eFlash is. Okay, so this is downloading from Mainsail OS. eMMC. Vitutech Manta M8 now. Well, I guess this is a CM4. Okay, so he's downloading directly as well. Okay, so I will try it. I don't know what other manual is out there. If you can send a link to it, Luke, I would love to check it out. But I will tonight try downloading just the mainsail image. Mainsail GitHub. It's mainsail OS though. Yeah, because this is source code. So mainsail OS is what I want. Orange Pi, Orange Pi, Orange Pi, 64. Image. All right, well, for now I'm going to call it. I don't know. I'm going to see if downloading this image or if there's another guide that maybe has something that's missing, but the micro SD card works fine in a regular Pi. So it's not that. We've swapped out CM4. I've looked through the instructions that I see in their GitHub and tried everything. I don't know what else there is to do. So if I can't get it working, the option's probably going to be either CB1 or going a different route. But I tell you, I always pull the latest from the GitHub. I've been burned by using a previous only copy and missing. This is from the GitHub directly, though. What I was looking at is what I'm saying. If you've got a newer version, can you post it? Can you post it really quick in the Discord? Yeah, I don't see the link. If you can post it, I'm curious to see. But yeah, I'll update everyone. Let's go back and stage to the fan ports. Give us 24 volts and stops 5 volts. I can check. I've got to get going. Aaron's got to take off for work in 2 minutes though. So yeah, I'll figure it out. If it ends up being a resolution, I'll talk about it in the next stream. And when I do the final video on the Enderwire on the channel, I can add a snippet basically saying, hey, this is what I discovered with it. I'm hoping we can figure it out. Again, I want to use the CM4s. I bought them to use for this board, at least one of them. So that's the game plan. This could all be much clearer if the damn Pi had a LED, cost a couple of cents, like 10 embedded. Yeah. Yeah, this is the board. This is the manual that I was looking at. This is the one that's called Big Tree Tech Octopus. So we're looking at the same manual. You said on page 20 there was something about downloading. I think you said it was on page 20. Oh, here we go. When using CM4, download the image of fluid mainsail directly. Also, you can use a pure OS image. Okay, so it does say it there. So I'll try it. I'll try downloading it directly and see if it magically pops up. I don't see why it would be different than using the mainsail OS image that's hosted in the Raspberry Pi, but Imager, but who knows? So anyways, we'll figure it out. Hopefully, I'm hoping as soon as I figure out something like if this works, just downloading it from mainsail OS website once Jack goes to sleep, and I can get this working, I will post in live stream updates. That way everyone knows, hey, this is the secret thing, or not the secret thing, but this is what it is. So I hope that's it. Thank you everybody for hanging out. I was hoping that we would be testing configs and doing stuff. So unfortunately, a lot of that's going to happen offline because we've got to move on next week to other things. But I will do my best when we follow up in 4 weeks' time, and I've got some time with this machine actually printing and doing stuff. Going over everything that I've learned, what worked, what didn't work. I'm happy to share whatever the final config looks like and you know, anything anyone else requests. So again, thanks everyone for hanging out. And next week should be, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be, it should be a much more troubleshoot free stream, hopefully, since we're just unboxing a printer, setting it up, looking at the inside and outside of it, and running a few prints. So it should be a nice break from troubleshooting. Anyways, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. Thank you all again for hanging out, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take care. Bye, everybody.